Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Sunday, folks. Oh man, weekend of unanticipated technical difficulties that I absolutely should have been able to anticipate. BJ, welcome. Yesterday, the plan was a themed weekend of going into Cedric, going into the twilight of Sierra. We were going to do King's Quest Mask of Eternity yesterday and then start up Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire right here, right now. And it didn't work out that way because I had not even tried to run. I've never needed to make sure the games on GOG.com work before I play them. And it turns out that GOG themselves have not done anything to validate or verify or make function the eighth game of the King's Quest series since Windows 7. So I wasn't able to get it working on the stream. So I pivoted, finally beat Adventures of Lolo 3. So it was a great moment. It's not like I had a bad day. I was forced to play a fun game and have a great time. And that worked out in some ways. So that was great. And I thought, okay, better make sure the Quest for Glory 5 works. And I'd already looked. I'd already opened it because I needed to get screenshots to make this frame that I'm in. So I opened it up again just to make sure it worked. And I was like, great. And I went to sleep. And actually, wait, before I went to sleep, there's more to the story, which is that before I went to sleep last night, I cracked my knuckles, I rolled up my sleeves, and I figured out how to get King's Quest Mask of Eternity working. So I've now experienced a few moments of King's Quest 8 Mask of Eternity gameplay. Oh my god. Now listen, I'm open to maybe when I'm actually doing some stuff, it'll be more fun. When I was just becoming acquainted for the first time with not just the tank controls. Finally, King's Quest has tank controls, but the clumsiest tank controls I've ever seen. So when I do get King's Quest Mask of Eternity working, look forward to a lot of Connor, our hero, just running into things. And me going, fuck, god damn it, fuck, Connor, god damn it, fuck. But we'll cross that bridge. So, this morning I woke up and I realized Quest for Glory 5 native, like when you launch it, goes right into full screen mode. And I've never tried to put it in a window, and I thought, I bet, because of the time that it's from, it's not just going to go into windowed mode for me, and indeed it won't. And that's a problem because whatever I would need to do to set up the stream so that it looked right when I got locked into full screen mode and couldn't interact with OBS anymore, I don't know how to do. So like I was testing it with King's Quest Mask of Eternity after I got that working, and the best I could do was my face where it normally is, but then the game in a window that occupies about an eighth of the screen space in the top left where it would be blocking the chat. And I can't move it around because I can't get out of full screen. So this morning, I woke up and I realized, oh man, I'm going to have the same problem with Quest for Glory 5, aren't I? And I went and I checked and I was. So I rolled up my sleeves, and this time I had advance notice, and I figured out how to get Quest for Glory 5 working in windowed mode. How well is it working? Well, we're going to find out. But it launches. It'll launch in windowed mode now, and I can put it up here, and so that part's fixed. And then I got ambitious, and I thought, if I can get King's Quest Mask of Eternity also running with this app I downloaded for forcing full screen games into Windows, perhaps I can do a themed, like we'll do a one episode where I start up both of those games, get my first impressions of both. Oh, that'll be fun, I thought. So I went to check it out, and I discovered that I didn't do anything, but the executable for King's Quest Mask of Eternity just erased itself after I was using it. So, oops. Might be some more struggles ahead with that one, but fingers crossed I'll be able to launch that next Saturday. And now we're going to find out if I can launch this right now. Oh, and then also, the app that I found to force it into Windows mode, it is a sheet music stand. And I have not I've not used it for any purpose in years now. But when I was learning songs on the guitar to play at my sister's wedding, I think was the last time I put sheet music up on that stand. Wait, there were a couple times after that, but I haven't even touched my guitar. It's been 2 years, which I feel weird about. But my plan is when this winter semester resolves to. Right now, I got a work-life balance, but the life part is heavily dominated by the domestic life of myself and Danielle, and like seeing our friends and stuff, and then doing these streams. And so I'm not doing the other things I like to do, like exercise regularly and play music and stuff like that. So that's the goal for when the winter term ends. Maybe I'll get some music on the stand. So the last problem is that the little applet that launches Quest for Glory into a window, it puts it in a window in a fixed position that I haven't figured out how to change yet using its settings. And that fixed position is the screen that I would normally play on when I'm playing a game that I don't need stretched all out on my big monitor. I realized this like 5 minutes before I launched, and so I hastily, I am displaying on the Greg camera and not the James camera, which would be over here. So that, because normally when I play a game on this monitor, I just keep with the James camera and I put myself on the other side, but I didn't want to keep changing things around. So I'm on this side. I'm looking at a different monitor than normal. I don't think the game is going to be best served by being stretched to fill all this space, but such is life. And then the lighting's a little tricky. I had to move the microphone. But here we are. We're all set up. Oh my goodness. I think I would be happier playing it in a tiny window that I was able to force it into than I'm going to be, for today at least, playing it stretched as though I were playing it on like a 20-inch computer monitor. Or maybe a little smaller than that, 18 inches. Once we get it down to 4:3 occupying part of the screen here. Such is life. I mean, I've seen the game on my laptop screen, which is much smaller. It's not like it looked great. So, I'm not losing out on aesthetic splendor by stretching this out. Okay. All right. After all that ado, let's fire it up and see if this is playable, if it's not going to lock up, if it's going to work with us here. I'm optimistic. If it fails, well, I downloaded the Famicom Adventures of Lolo and Adventures of Lolo 2. So if I have to pivot, I'll pivot. But my hope, my earnest hope, is that the game just works. Let's find out together, team. Okay. Sweeping music. There might be a problem. When I was testing everything beforehand, I tested the introduction video, and the video loaded just fine. I was worried that might lock up on its own. Then I was like, well, I don't want to watch this now, so I hit escape to get out of it, and the whole thing vanished, but it was still running in the background. I had to go into the task manager. I'm happy I've got a later start too. Our Easter brunch family plans fell through, and so went to a late showing of Kong x Godzilla last night, so we were up pretty late. I was happy to not be starting early. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should say, if this locks up and it gets weird, I have to go into the task manager. I'm not sure if that will interfere with the stream, so if the stream suddenly stops, I will relaunch it as soon as I am able. Unless, separately, some catastrophe puts out the internet. Oh, this is great soundtrack so far. We're only on the title screen. Yeah, if something if my internet goes out, and then my I'll be right back thing is not going to function, I will announce that in the Discord by using my data on my phone. Okay. We've got all our contingency plans in place. Let's watch the introductory video.
Silmaria was a peaceful kingdom nestled among 100 islands until the dragon came. The beast rose from its ancient lair and plunged the land into chaos. 7 pillars were raised and enchanted with spells from ancient scrolls. The pillars were placed throughout the kingdom. As each one rose, the dragon became weaker. This powerful enchantment drove the dragon into its lair. But remember, dragons live a long time, and once angered, they do not forget. Years of peace have come and gone, and most have forgotten the dragon's reign of terror. But there are those who do remember. And for one in particular, the past is seen as the key to the kingdom. I have seen a vision that the blood of a murdered man will break the ancient spell and free the dragon from its tomb. And as the pillars fall, dark fingers of evil will reach out across the land. I am the King of Silmaria, and I do not have long to live. An assassin has been unleashed to kill me, and an army of evil terrorizes the countryside. Silmaria must have a new leader, and the dragon must be destroyed forever. Only a hero can save the kingdom. I pray one will come in time.
I'm digging this. I have a lot of affection for well done, fully pre-rendered full motion videos in 3D at the time. Yes. As I kind of suspected, it bonked out in the same way as when I automatically exited. So I bet now I can't launch it again because it's still running. Okay. So here's that moment. I have to press Control-Alt-Delete. And I hope that doesn't stop the stream. I don't know. Let's find out together. Hang tight. Fingers crossed. Okay, where's the game? Where is the game that I want to close? I've got the task manager up. I seem to still be streaming. Quest for Glory. Ah, there it is. Okay. Weird. I had to close the launcher app that windows it so that it would appear in the task manager so I could close it. Are we all still together? I think so. Seems like it. Okay. Let's try this again. This time we just won't watch the intro. This might become a problem later, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I suppose the subtitle should have been a clue, but I like that it turns out, we've culminated in the classic hero setup. Gotta stop a dragon. And I will say one thing here is that it's great that the elders or whoever were able to figure out a plan to put that dragon back with the pillars. But what if we put those pillars up while the dragon was sleeping? Just kept it in there. It's the same thing with infrastructure renewal. Probably. They just couldn't bring themselves to spend the money. Okay. I remembered to move along my save file. This paladin is who I shall import. weirdly, it wants to change my name to Paladin. But I will keep my traditional name. Oh, I know they're up now. But in the video, it said, back in the ancient times, the dragon came, and so the dragon awoke, so they put the pillars up to force it back into its lair. And that was just the point where I was thinking, well, what if we just, what if we put those up in advance? Okay. Yeah, this is me. Terrific at throwing. Much to Uhura's delight. Apparently, I've lost all my magic. Oh well. Should I get it back? Can I? Takes 100 just to learn. And then I'm going to have to grind it up. I guess, you know what? We're just getting a varied experience. My paladin has grown beyond the need for primitive magical spells. I will certainly enjoy being good at fighting and defending. My climbing and my luck are my lowest, and my intelligence, but I guess that's less important if I'm no longer a magic spell casting guy, except for paladin spells. I'm going to assume it's going to work like that. So, a little intelligence, because that's part of what determines my mana. Oh. And intelligence is also important for combat, according to this. Okay. Best defense is good offense. So I guess I'll put that up. It's occurring to me right now, you know what would have been a wise thing for me to have done? Should have read the manual for this game. It's obviously not going to be just like... Oh, don't worry, we haven't frozen. I've just navigated out of the window for a moment. Okay. I have the manual. Oh, good. It's a 67-page manual. I'll read that for next week. Okay. This will do. 350 honor, 355 stamina, 346. So, not a flawless import, but I've got a character. Let's play the game.
So, dear boy, the reason Fenris and I brought you here is this. You are a hero. And so, in the grand tradition of all heroes, you need to go where you are most needed. That happens to be Silmaria at this moment. The former king was assassinated a short while back. We have no idea why this was done or even who did it. Thus, you were summoned. Silmaria needs a new king, and thus the rite of rulership is about to begin. This rite will determine the next ruler for the kingdom. We would like you to enter the rite of rulership. It is the most likely way to find the villain behind the nefarious deeds going on in Silmaria. If you choose to accept this mission, you will need to go to the Hall of Kings to speak with Logos, the centaur who is in charge of Silmaria right now. You will enjoy Silmaria. I am certain you will meet some old friends and make new ones. This is an interesting city, and these are interesting times. I've arranged for you to stay at the most amusing inn in Silmaria. Would you like to go there now, or are you ready to head into danger?
I am certainly not ready to head into danger, sir. I don't even know how to move. I am like Frankenstein's creature. I need to learn it all from scratch here. Okay, where do I want to go today? Is danger or Silmaria? Let's go to Silmaria. All right. So I've seen that scene several times. All right. So, at first glance, in our first environment of gameplay, I will say that this looks to me both like how it's going to control and what it actually looks like on the screen, significantly better than my first glimpse at King's Quest VIII. Can I click somewhere? Yes. I click and the guy walks. We've got a fixed camera. So, you know, this is not as pretty as Quest for Glory 1 remake, 2, 3, or 4. But it's okay. And there's an artfulness to it that I appreciate. Okay, what do clicking on things do? This is my inventory. I have I've got 200 drachmas. Paladin sword, magical shield, chainmail, tinderbox, and some fruit. Do I have paladin spells? I sure do. Heal, honor shield, magic ward. I'm equipped with my paladin sword, my magic shield, my chainmail. I've got an AC of 5. Neat. They should have gone back to the purple and blue. Make things seem a little bit livelier. Yeah. Oh man, we saw a Kong, as I mentioned, saw the Kong X Godzilla movie, the team up movie last night. It's the first MonsterVerse movie I've seen since the much more serious Godzilla with Bryan Cranston, among others. And they quite, like, literally, unless, a lot of the time a character announces what's about to happen, you know, in a drop of exposition before the scene where it happens. But most of the time, when they haven't done that, what they do is, as soon as something happens, a character has dialogue explaining it. Including, like, at one point, Kong gets frostbite on his hand, so they give him a power glove while he's asleep, and then he wakes up, and they're like, well, we'll have to see how he reacts to it, as he's like looking at it, and then he like seems kind of skeptical, and one of them goes, he's either going to like it or he's going to hate it, and then it cuts back to Kong, and you can see he's like, okay, all right, and then he starts hitting stuff with it or whatever, you know, he gets excited, and then it cuts back to another one of the characters and goes, I think he likes it. And just the whole movie was like that. Exactly like Danger Sense. Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as to even call them color commentators. They were all just doing play-by-play. They're all just saying, here's what just happened. And like, so a lot of the movie is you know, mimed because it's the monsters, and we're inferring what they think by looking at them. Examine the door. The door is made from expensive hard wood and is extremely thick and sturdy. The lock is elaborate and tricky. You expect that the owner of this house has money and knows how to discourage thieves. Alright, well, I'm making a note for when I do my anti-hero playthrough of this series as a rogue in the future. There's no response to your knock, except the sound of a loud snore. Someone is sleeping very soundly, quite close to the door. Possibly some sort of guard dog. So, like, this, like, if you went in, like, you know, you just watched Shin Godzilla or Godzilla -1 and you're like, I want another, like, or you just watched The Host. You've watched a serious kaiju movie. And you're like, I want more of that feeling. You should not see this movie. But if you're like, I just want to see a stupid movie where the person writing it, you know, brainstormed a list of every cool idea he could think of, and then was like, okay, this list is like my working script. Like, here's our shooting script. Just every moment, I'll just be like, oh look, now it's an underground city. Oh look, there's an upside down glowing pyramid that they use. Near the end, a character, and why would he know this? He doesn't speak the language of the secret Hollow World Lost Tribe. But he just explains how their technology works, and he's like, so they unleash this, and this substance forms a like gravity pressure that will push the pyramids together, which will then like upend gravity for a limited amount of time, but then when it ends, it will fall. And they do all that. And as far as I can tell, the plot reason they did that was because it would be awesome if the monsters fought with like floating boulders they could jump from, like platforms. Real funny stuff. This banner is firmly attached to the wall to prevent theft. Somebody is not very trusting around here. Wonder why. One last thing, and then I'll play the game instead of talking about a film I saw last night that does not warrant this much discourse. My favorite dialogue in the movie was Godzilla has woken up on the surface because King Kong lives in Hollow Earth now. Godzilla has woken up on the surface of the Earth, and so the Godzilla tracking organization is monitoring him. And so you get a scene with them and their computers and stuff, and they go, "Where's Godzilla heading?" "He's heading towards Tiamat's domain." And then like a load screen that shows you a profile of a boss monster basically comes up, like a bunch of videos of Tiamat, while the character just like describes Tiamat's domain and Tiamat's like powers and abilities and weaknesses. And then the last thing they say is they go, Tiamat's domain happens to be the spot of the greatest concentration of solar radiation on the Earth. And then another character goes, "If Godzilla defeats Tiamat, he'll supercharge." Okay. At that point, I was like, well, at least I turned to Greg and Rich. The stakes of this are very clear.
Signor Ferrari, welcome you to the arena of Silmaria. Here we are holding gladiatorial combats each evening for the next few weeks. You may come each evening to witness these displays of man's most brutal nature. It costs but 5 drachmas to observe the spectacle of combat. If you wish to do more than just observe, you may bet upon the outcome of such battles at the Dead Parrot Inn. However, I observe you're a man of action. Perhaps you would like to participate. There is a prize purse worth winning.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ferrari.
As always, it is a pleasure to again be in your company.
This is the first time, but okay, so you do gladiatorial competitions.
I am hoping to see you compete in this. It will be a pleasure to witness your skills in action.
I don't know, man, because I'm a paladin. I kind of fight for honor. But maybe in the plot it will come up. So, is this your arena?
It is a fine place to observe the strengths and frailties of your opponents. I am presuming, of course, that you wish to participate in these barbaric and brutal acts of violence.
Why do you assume that, though? I'm a paladin, sir. Don't I radiate a sense of honor? And also, I hear there's gambling?
The betting board in the Dead Parrot lists the champion for the week and the challengers for the winner's prize. You may bet 10 drachmas or more upon either. The odds will be affected directly by your bet.
Ah, yes. Like in gambling. Oh, right. Yes, we did meet Ferrari and Racier. I remember now. He's in the tavern at the start. And then there's a prize.
If you're a challenger in the competition, you can more than double the amount of your entry fee when you win. If you're a champion, you can triple your entry fee. Knowing your reputation, I assume that will be easy money for you to earn. You may enter the competition at the betting board in the Dead Parrot, as well as place your bets.
Good stuff, Ferrari. You take care.
We shall meet again soon, I hope.
I'm sure we will. And you there. Greetings.
What you want?
Well, what's your name, Mr. Abdum?
I be Abdum.
Oh, Abdum. Sorry. I wasn't going to guess that pronunciation. So you work here at the arena?
This place to fight or watch fight?
Yeah, right, of course. So, what's the fight?
Read board. Board tell fight.
All right.
Go.
Yeah. That's why I was saying goodbye, so I could go. What else is here? Another banner affixed to the wall. Yep. Well, and again, like, I'm going to try to give it a fair shot. But in the tiny bit of King's Quest Mask of Eternity I saw, And now this is much more the way. Today's champion, Kokino Bukamiso. Today's challenger, Abdul. But it's spelled D-U-E-L. Yep. I see you there, Lori. Yeah, this is much more the way if we have to go primitive 3D for an adventure game. Let's fix the camera, keep the point and click, you know, keep the feeling alive. Aha! I was thinking I bet I can run just by double clicking, and I can. That's a good innovation. They're too far away for me to reach. Okay. So I do need to march to them in order to talk. Welcome to Silmaria. Welcome to Silmaria. Yeah, Mask of Eternity seems like Silent Hill, but a little clumsier. But then you're still pointing and clicking on stuff. This is just the how can we use 3D graphics to represent the thing we're already doing, which I think makes more sense. You know, get to know feel the concept out. Although, you know, I say that it's not like Mario 64. Nintendo didn't try to do Mario the way they used to do it in 3 dimensions for years. Current events, Rites of Rulership. The Rites of Rulership shall begin whenever 5 or more contestants have entered. Okay. So, assuming that at least one possible ending of this game is that the hero, James, myself, becomes the King of Silmaria, I'll say that the hero sure had to go through a lot more to become a king than Graham ever did in Daventry. Travel all over the world, repeatedly saving at least entire places, often the entire world. And then, when you've done enough of that, undergo the rites of rulership, maybe become a king. King Graham, can you find 3 objects that have been dropped around in this neighborhood? Fishermen and bees flee. The fishing villages of Merfolk have been deserted by the fishermen. Fishing boats have been attacked by Hesperian mercenaries, and the fishermen feared their villages would be attacked next. Honeybees have also been deserting their hives. This is considered by many to be a very bad omen. Yes, I would consider that a bad omen. To enter the rites of rulership, Silmaria wants you. If you have courage, moral strength, leadership skills, well, I don't like to brag. You may have what Silmaria needs in a king. Enter the rites of rulership for 1,000 drachmas and compete to prove your worth as the next leader of Silmaria. Alright, geez. Gonna have to go in the woods and kill a whole lot of dudes to prove that I'm worthy of the throne. Justinian dead. Merfolk mourns her king. The kingdom of Silmaria is still shocked and in mourning for the assassination of our beloved king Justinian. May he rest peacefully in the Elysian fields of Hades. Long may he rest. I got a cat meowing. She wants to have a drink of water. Hang tight, gang. This is great already. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. We'll get back to it in just a minute. Hang tight. All right, we're back at it. So I guess the big thing we've learned is that I'm going to need 1,000 drachmas. Currently, I've got 200. Exit. But I should talk to these guards first. I like the ancient Greek, or Roman/Greek, I guess.
You may enter the Hall of Kings now.
Oh, I'm going into the Hall of Kings.
Greetings, Prince of Shapeir. I am Logos, Counselor to Rulers and Speaker of Silmaria. Welcome to the Kingdom of Silmaria. I have heard much of you from your friends Erasmus and Rakish.
Greetings,
Have
my
you
friend.
talked to Dimitri?
It is good to know that you are here.
Hey,
This land
Rakish.
needs a hero of
Looking
your
kind of
abilities.
skinny.
I trust you understand why you were summoned here. The rites of rulership need one more entrant before it can begin.
Before they can
All other
begin.
competitors are worthy individuals. However, I suspect that these rites will be more dangerous than they are intended.
We
if you're-
believe that the one or ones
if
who
you suspect
assassinated
that-
the King of Silmaria
How-
will attempt to make certain the contestant they support will win.
You must understand that your life will be in grave danger from the moment you enter the rite of rulership. We will be doing everything we can to stop the assassin, but you need to be wary. Hero
always
of the
wary.
lands of Shapeir, Tana, and Mordavia, will you enter the rites of rulership?
And Spielberg. So yeah, hello, Logos.
It is an honor to meet you.
If you think there's going to be an if you know that it's going to be more dangerous than normal, and you go ahead with it, I don't think you can say it's going to be more dangerous than intended.
I am the Speaker of Silmaria. I am the voice of the king and of the people. I
Should
will
you be a
make
little more
certain
quiet right
that
now?
only the most worthy shall
Yeah.
attain the rulership of this kingdom. That is my duty and my honor.
Yeah, cool. So you're hanging out with I wasn't expecting to see my buddy Rakish here.
Rakish and I have been friends for many years.
But not as long as me
When
and
the
Rakish,
king
right?
was assassinated, I contacted him through Erasmus for his wise counsel. Both Rakish and Erasmus mentioned you and spoke of your worthiness.
I'm pretty worthy. It's true. So you having a right of
The
rulership?
Rites of Rulership is a series of quests that will aid Silmaria. 5 individuals will compete to complete these quests. The one who accomplishes the most will be judged worthy to become king. To enter these rites, you must first contribute 1,000 drachmas to the rulership fund. This can be done at the Bank of Silmaria.
Your father, the Sultan of Shapeir, was informed of this by myself and my wife, and has contributed 300 drachmas toward your entrance in the rites.
Oh, thanks. Dad.
Erasmus and I have each deposited another 100 drachmas.
Okay. Jeez. My dad's the Sultan. He can't even just spot me the 1,000 drachmas. When I'm the king, Dad, I can piggyback with interest. But no, he thinks it'll build character if I have to grind a bit. Killing minotaurs or something. So anyway, yeah, quests. I mean, quests are kind of my thing.
During the Rites of Rulership, all quests will be announced one at a time. Some rites can be fulfilled by only one person. Other rites cannot end until all contenders accomplish the assignment. A more detailed explanation of the rites will be given when the Rites of Rulership begin. We await your entry into the contest.
When he first said some can only be completed by one person, I was like, that doesn't seem like a fair way to structure the contest. But he means whoever finishes it first, it closes off. Not we'll pick one of the 5 and they're the only one eligible for the points. So yeah, the bank.
The Bank of Silmaria is located in Town Square. The bank manager will be expecting you.
and explain the Right Fund.
That is, I know you're speaking out loud, so it's strange for me to critique your comma placement, sir. But you've put a comma before a conjunction that does not begin a new independent clause, I can't help but notice. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Right Fund is going to work the way you kind of think it would based on what it is. You put money in it, and they hold it there for you. So yeah, my dad. How's he doing?
The Sultan
I should call him
Harun has sent a letter of recommendation about you. He says you would make a most splendid king, to use his words. He also sends you his blessing, and trusts you will choose the future you wish to fulfill.
You don't have a policy against accepting letters of recommendation from family members?
Our Kingdom of Silmaria consists of the Isle of Merite and the outlying islands in the center of the Med Sea.
Ah, the Med Sea.
The city of Silmaria was built upon the prime port of this island, and is a thriving center of trade for the world.
Nice
Merite
place,
is
this
a
Merite.
large volcanic island that is said to have risen when Atlantis fell. It is mostly rock
It's on
and
a
seashore,
teeter-totter kind of situation.
rising steeply to the peaks of Mount Draconis. In the caldera of Draconis is the most inaccessible Lake Moray.
Is there more than one Lake Moray? Or did you want to put a comma after lake? The most inaccessible lake. Moray. So yeah, Mount Draconis. Any dragons
The
in
entire
there?
island of Merite is the base of Mount Draconis. Draconis is too steep to climb, and though there are trails that traverse this island, most of Merite is uninhabited, save for the isolated fishing villages along the coast.
Huh. And this inaccessible
Lake
lake.
Moray rests in the heart of Mount Draconis. It is said to be linked to the sea, for it rises and falls with the moods of the tides. However, few have seen the lake other than by magic. Draconis is unclimbable.
Well, my climbing score is well over 300. So we'll see about that.
Atlantis was a kingdom that sank beneath the sea in a disaster eons ago. It is said that the inhabitants were transformed into tritons and other sea creatures.
Ah, yes. Well, perhaps we'll find out more about that during this quest.
The
This is
city
Silmaria.
of Silmaria is built on various levels. It was designed as a defensible fortress in the days when wars were more common. However, this city has been a center for peace and prosperity for generations. We have had no need for an army, and have none. Unfortunately, Merite has been invaded by Hesperian mercenaries. They have taken the outlying fishing villages. We do not have the force to drive them away.
When was your island invaded?
2 days after the king was assassinated. We do not presume this is a coincidence.
You should
However,
presume the opposite.
Silmaria has the resources to withstand a siege, and has never in its history fallen to invasion.
It does sound to me like you would benefit from an army, though.
There
What
are
are these other
many
islands?
small islands that surround Merite. They are mostly uninhabited, save by animals and monsters. A few of the larger islands are owned by the individuals that live there. Travel to some of the outer islands has become very dangerous lately.
Jacket!
Many
Welcome,
fishing
things are great.
boats have not returned.
Good
And
long
reports of
weekend so
attacks
far.
by tritons and sea monsters are
Great
all
long
too
weekend so
common.
far. And I got Quest for Glory 5 running. I did not succeed at getting King's Quest Mask of Eternity running in time for the stream yesterday. But that turned out okay because I wound up beating Lolo 3 finally instead. Sea monsters.
The sea is a very dangerous place. There are many fierce creatures that prey upon anyone foolish enough to swim far from shore.
Ah, yes. Real King's Quest kind of lesson. And these Tritons.
The Tritons are half-human, half-fish people who live under the sea. We have been at peace with their people for generations. We have no idea why they now turn against our fishermen.
It's probably the half fish thing. So there's an assassin.
The assassin used a poison dagger to kill our king.
Wow.
The poison is very
He
deadly.
slit the guy's throat,
Unknown
so
to
he was
our
really
heroes.
making sure.
Unless an antidote is administered immediately, the victim is dead within a minute. Even
That's
with
also
an
true if you
antidote,
just slit someone's throat.
unless the victim has a very hearty constitution, he will remain unconscious for weeks. We are trying to learn the exact nature of the poison in order to cure this.
The assassin of the king is a man skilled in stealth and the use of a poison dagger. A merchant was also presumed to be killed by the assassin, for his body was found by the docks, and he died from the same poison.
Was his throat also slit from ear to ear? Anyway, I don't want to bore you gentlemen. And Rakesh, you've already heard this several times, but I'm quite the hero.
You have a wide range of experiences to draw upon from your past. It should serve you well in Silmaria.
I can't draw on all my experiences though, because this game didn't import my magical skills. Anyway, I will enter your rites.
We will be pleased and proud to have such a worthy hero contesting to become
I just
our
gotta go
leader.
do a little gambling.
I shall see you again when the rites of rulership begin. May Taiki, goddess of good fortune, smile upon you.
Luck be a lady. Taiki be a lady. Alright. Let's exit. They shut the gate firmly to make sure I don't suddenly go back in. Oh. My looking at things cursor. That's a very cool way to do that. Here we go. We'll just call the base save James. My name. Okay. Hopefully this is the way towards the town square. Excellent gate, hero. Not dorky at all. Hey, Akata! But first, excuse me.
Venga
miss.
talaveno, signomi.
Yeah. No kidding.
Greetings, wanderer from afar. Welcome to the sea sands and shores of Silmaria. I am Sarah, a kata merchant of jewelry and gifts. How may I aid you on your journey?
Could you spot me 300 drachmas? I can pay you back when I'm the king, taking bribes already. Oh, there's lots to say. Hello.
Welcome again, and thrice more welcome. You have the manners of one who earns the respect of all around you.
It's true.
We are the children of the desert sands, traders and merchants to 1,000 lands. My mate Marak, the food seller, and my daughter Sala, the maker of music, have come to this land of water and waves to make our fortune.
Cool. So what's your husband like?
My life mate Marak
Your
sells
life
food
mate,
from
sorry.
a cart. He is on the other side of this plaza.
Why don't you set up shop closer?
Sala is still but a kitten, but she has talent and the will to become a highly skilled musician someday. Perhaps soon she will be invited to perform somewhere other than the streets of Silmaria. However, she is shy and doesn't speak except with her music.
Have you taken her to a speech language pathologist? So anyway, you got some merchandise here, which I can't buy because I'm saving up to become the king.
I am the seller of jewelry and baubles to please the eye and enhance the beauty of the wearer.
Oh yeah. So, how are you?
I am most well, kind sir. I hope that I may be of service to you always.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, not really right now. I'm just chatting you up. I'm window shopping. But, yeah. How long you been here
This
in Silmaria?
is a beautiful city.
You like it?
Although there is too much water for the desert fur of Akata. This is the town square, where the merchants have shops and stands.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that key detail. Heard any good rumors?
There is word said that a hero has been summoned to this land to drive away the invaders and restore the peace of Silmaria.
All the rumors are true. Who are these invaders,
The
though?
countryside has been overwhelmed with an army of outsiders. The city may be attacked at any time. That is why the city is so empty. Most of the
Oh.
people and visitors have gone elsewhere.
Hey, very clever. I wonder if King's Quest Mask of Eternity will have a plot explanation for why Connor can barely move. I can only run directly forward, so I have to turn and because I was dropped on my head. I have a fused vertebrae in my neck. Anyway, so I mean, obviously you're from Shapeir. Have you heard about the many great things I've done in Shapeir?
So, you are the Prince of Shapeir.
Oh yeah, and I am the prince
You
too.
are a
yes.
great hero of our homeland. I am most honored to speak with you, Kata friend.
The honor's all mine, which I say just to be polite. Well, great talking to you.
May you find in this land the heart's content which you seek.
If by heart's content you mean ultimate power. Let's try out the look at things cursor. Woman looks like she's worked as a fisherman or a sailor at one time in her life. How do you get that look from... I'm curious. The door and the people are shut. This looks like a houseplant set out to enjoy the sun. This attractive cat lady has the beautifully expressive eyes and the sweet smile so common to her people. The Prince of Shapeir apparently has got a cata thing. So you...
Greetings,
Yeah,
greetings,
she
greetings.
still hasn't
It is
cleaned up.
always a pleasure to meet someone new. Welcome to Silmaria. I am Wolfie, an artist, an artisan of Grecian urns and amphoria.
So is Greece real in this world? Hello, Wolfie.
It is most genuinely a pleasure to be seeing you. My tail wags very fast.
Yeah, so the amphorae.
An amphora is a Grecian urn.
Right,
It is
yes.
used to carry liquids of all varieties.
Well, I can see I'm going to be carrying some liquid in a Grecian urn at some point. What is a Grecian urn? Like, particularly I'm interested in the Grecian or
Are
origin.
we speaking union or non-union?
I'm mostly just curious about if Greece is canonical in Gloriana. So Silmaria.
Silmaria is a very fine city, yes indeed. This is the best place to buy many things in this town square. You can meet many people here as well. Some of them will be so kind as to not pick your pocket as they walk by. At the docks you can rent a boat and take a pleasant sea voyage. It is most fun, as long as you do not drown or get attacked by the sea people. I am not much up at Nob Hill, except daily to read the notices and to keep informed of many things that go on in this city. It is how I know the assassin has been killing people on the streets of Silmaria. I have even made a visit to the Guild of the Adventurers in the west part of town, even though I am not an adventurer. The guildmaster there is most impressive. If he came where I came from, he would be sacred. I think you will be very happy in Silmaria. It is a very good place to be, even if this city is soon to be overrun with foreign soldiers and destroyed economically by war with the sea people. Oh, you must be very careful of the monstrous thieves and the assassins here too. All in all, you will find Silmaria to be most exciting.
I love you, Wolfie. You're a good boy. So,
It
these
is
soldiers.
said that the countryside is overrun by the invaders from the north. Soon they
Have you
will
heard
be
how many
knocking at our
drachmas
gates
they tend to
and
carry
asking
on
to
them on
take over
average?
the kingdom, I am thinking.
What offense level does one need to take down one of these soldiers? So wars
The
have
sea
brewed.
people have been attacking many of the ships that sail to and from our harbor. The lives of many fish have been spared, for the fishermen have left this island. It is just as well, for they lost their homes to the soldiers.
He doesn't seem to react or experience it, but in spirit, yes, we definitely can. I love Wolfie's optimistic outlook. All right, so yeah, and then you said there's thieves
This was
too.
once a very fine place for thieves. There was not a day gone by when I did not admire how a thief had taken something before my eyes without me seeing him. Most of them are gone away right now. I have heard that these thieves are off searching for an ebony raven. This is most curious, for I have seen such a bird flying over the city. You would think that they would look up there for it first.
But no, it's okay. It's okay. And
The king of
there's an
Silmaria
assassin.
was killed by an assassin, or so it is said. There is another person that the assassin has murdered, if the rumor is to be true. It is a wonder if we are not all killed by him.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that. So how are you, Wolfie?
You wish to know more about me?
Yeah.
I am only an artist, trying to make a living by selling what crafts that I can. I come from the lands of Punjabi, where my people, the Canines, live. I am skilled at making art with clay or paint. If you have need of something made or painted, then I would be most happy to be doing it for you.
Nice. I'm sure I will need a Grecian urn at some point. Perhaps I'll need Wolfie to paint something at some point. They didn't go all out coming up with the fantasy name for the dog people. So yeah, you're an
I am
artist.
making these amphora and pots to sell for the people. I am also making nice maps for people to get lost with. Most of all, I am painting fine pictures that never sell. Tailors do make very good paintbrushes if you are lucky enough to have one.
Excuse me one moment. Just getting some water ready. Wolfie definitely seems like the kind of dog who wants to be friends with the cats rather than just chase them. So yeah, your people, the canines, kind of dog-like. Huh?
My people are cunning and clever, I am thinking. There is not a one of us who does not make very much money by working all the time. In this way, we do not find the time to spend the money we make.
Ah, yeah. And you're from Punjabi.
Punjabi is lying to the east of here by many, many miles. It is in the land of India. Someday I hope to sell enough to be making my way back to there. At times I am most homesick.
Give Wolfie this. He's less problematic than Apu, who's a beloved character. Anyway, Wolfie, I don't know if you can just smell the honor coming off of me, but...
Oh my goodness, you are certainly a hero. This is very good.
British!
Because it is that Silmaria could use your help, I am thinking.
Welcome. Well, that's my plan, is to help Silmaria. Wolfie, you have a
As
great
they
day.
would say in the lands I have come from, namaste. This means greetings to you, and I am hoping much to see you again.
Heavily improvised, yeah, British, because I realized this morning that I would need to somehow get Quest for Glory 5 here into windowed mode in order to be able to actually do the stream setup, because obviously it's full screen by default, and from the age it's in, it doesn't just respond to Alt-Enter to go into window mode. And when I got that set up, I didn't have enough time to figure out how to get the little app that makes it launch in a window to let me position the window. So the window's stuck over here on the screen I would normally be looking at. So then I need to move the mouse around over there, so I'm displaying it here so I can see the chat. Exactly. So because of all of that, I had to move the camera. Or rather, I'm using the Greg camera that Greg uses when he's here for Greg and James Beat 'em Up. So much more up in my face, I'm noticing, than I perhaps normally am. Okay. I'm going to explore the rest of this screen before I keep going around. We got to find the inn. I guess if I look at the buildings, maybe it'll tell me what they say they are. Oh! I was trying to figure it out. I was like, well, the hero does seem like he's taller than the other NPCs. Bank is closed and locked. Bank is a most impressive edifice. It's Silmaria. There's a guard. Lion statue shows no sign the birds land on it. There's a pile of feathers on the ground below. And the lion looks very pleased with himself. Intriguing. Okay, the bank is closed. Do I have an easy way to find out what time it is? Yes, I do. It's 6:40 p.m. I gotta find that inn. I can see that it is getting sunsetty. But it's good to know I also just have access to the time of day. Alright, what's this? Has all the quiet elegance of a door. Probably I'm heading to the west. Maybe? You know what? Maybe I should check out the doors. Uh-oh. I'm running out of time to find an inn to stay in. Guard does not respond to my questions. And he won't let me up there because it's a residential area. Okay. What about this door? It's running at all I need to remain grateful for. This looks promising. This could be the Gnome-Ann's Land Inn. Your gnome, that is, home away from home. You won't find a more unusual place to stay in Silmaria than this. This is not the inn they told me about. However...
Hello, sailor. I'm Anagrama, Gnome-Ann, and this is my land inn.
I'm Anagrama, Gnome-Ann, and this is my land inn. Okay. Great. Hello. How are you?
California, or whatever it is they say around here.
I don't think it's California. So, tell me about yourself,
Want to get
Ann.
to know me a little better? I'd sure like to get to know you. I came all the way from Zurich to make this little bed and breakfast in winterless wonderland. And what happens? No tourists. That's the way my life goes.
Well, I mean, I'm here now. You got a nice
This
inn here.
seemed like a good deal. I got a good loan from the other innkeeper in town. Nice guy, if a little chubby. As my first and only customer,
Do we need to
I'll
body
let you have
shame?
the best room in the joint.
Excellent, excellent. You
I
like it
don't
here in
know much
Silmaria?
about Silmaria, because I've only been here a short time. I'm always in and never out.
Right, right. So, I guess you haven't heard the news, but, pretty big deal.
Oh, so you're the guy the chatting rat made arrangements for. Cheesed to meet you. Your room's paid up through the month.
Hey, hey. All right, so this was the inn they were sending me to. Good. So my room's the best?
Yours is the first door at the top of the stairs. All the comforts of Gnome, including gnome-cooked meals.
Have you ever met my friend, Punnybones? I feel like you two would hit it off. At any rate, great. I'm glad.
I'll be seeing you.
You certainly will. All right. Let's have our first sleep.
If you want to get into your room or the inn late at night, you'll need a key. Here you are.
Perhaps we will. She gave me 2 keys. That's interesting. Okay. Let's save again. And let's just let's look in the inventory. Here it claims there's only 1. Weird. I got a feeling we're going to be seeing Punnybones performing on the stage here, but we'll see. Unlock the door, enter my bedroom. There's definitely a drone there. Firmly attached to the wall. Well, I'm not trying to steal it. Looks like a portrait of Elsa von Spielberg. She wants to keep an eye on me. Well, you know, I'm a great hero to her, like I am to most people I've ever met. This looks like a landscape done by some amateur painter. Purchased at a yard sale for a drachma. It was not a bargain. I was hoping it would say it looks like it would sell for about 300 now. Top drawer doesn't seem to be used as often as the bottom one. Drawer is empty except for a single spare bedsheet. Can we add the bedsheet to our inventory? Opening the bottom drawer, you find a spare bedsheet. You borrow the sheet in case you need it later. Nothing else in either of the drawers. Great. What about this chest? This is probably just ye old storage chest, right? Yep. I don't need anything right now. Oh, this is not these are not, I bet that they're hotkeys. If I press 3. Huh. Oh, if they were consumables, like things I don't need to click on and then click again, like I bet if I had a potion, I could press the key and just instantly take it. That's good. What else is going on here? Good place to get rid of unwanted trash. A rare bear chair. Considering this place is run by a gnome, you're expecting a whoopee cushion at least. Well, hold on. Maybe it's like those collapsing toys. You know, they're held with rubber bands. You press the bottom. It obviously isn't, as it turns out. But that would have been a good gag. I guess not a great way to get people to come back to your inn. This urn should be returned. Its back is cracked. Is there anything in it? Nothing may be done for this urn. It's past repair. Let's catch a few Z's. Steal the sheet. No, I've already stolen a sheet from this place. Have I automatically eaten some fruit? No. What's this? Weight bar. Oh, great. I'm very strong. I can carry a lot of stuff. Okay. I think we can sleep. Sleep until morning. I will next time. When I'm not so tired. You're getting hungry. Some food would go down nicely right about now. Yeah, I bet. It's like I've been fasting for 8 hours. Wait! Hero, no! Gotta make the bed. Doesn't look any different after it's made. You peek under the corner of the rug. What you see is best left there. Or at least that seems to be the attitude of the housekeeping staff. They don't like to hide things under rugs in this series. My honor is up because I made the bed. That was my plan. Or maybe it was up from another thing that I did, but I choose to believe. You know, for a simple rustic hotel, they do seem to have the modern style of auto-locking doors. Let's order a meal. I hate to spend my drachmas when I'm trying to get up to 1,000.
Aloha, boy. Oi, you're a sight for sore eyes since I landed here.
Yeah. Once he announced to me, I'm a great sucker and I also forgive people immediately when they steal from me. You're scoring points just by not stealing. Alright, there goes Anne. Just getting me a meal.
The cooks have fixed something really special. Pancakes topped with fruit. They started to make a salmon souffle, but they didn't have any salmon. They did get a good deal from Andre on some anchovies, though. Sal wanted to make a blueberry pie, but Merrick was selling bananas and grapes, so she made those into a pie instead. Just as Rover was taking the souffle out of the oven, Tony called Tessie a frumpy old toadstool, so she threw the pie at him. She got him square on the face, and the fruit pie pan fell on the souffle, squashing it flat. So now we have anchovy pancakes and baked fruit. Hope you like it.
I'm gonna eat the fruit off of these and probably not eat the anchovy pancakes. I'm not trying to cost anybody their job, but are you sure you should be employing such a large kitchen staff when you haven't even achieved customers yet? Who ever heard of a red-nosed reindeer? Well, he's considered the most famous of them all. Oh, this is not the kind of one you can click on to access. It's a fine sign, 9. Oh, Lori. I'm glad she hadn't lost her spirit. Even though they had obviously already been having some troubles with Sierra. Just with how long it took them to make this game. At some point I gotta start making multiple save files, but I think I'll be okay for now. Alright. I mean, my main thing right now is I just need to make money. Oh man, the music's great in this game. And I should meet the other folks in the town square. Including the shopkeepers, even the magic shopkeeper. Even though I am no longer a magic kind. Magic using type. Oh, I should go meet the banker. That's fair. Was that something they were trying? Were they actually planning to do that?
Welcome to the first
Because I know
night of
that
Silmaria.
it got canceled.
This is the safest place to
And
keep
then
your savings
later
secure from
revived.
pickpockets and thieves. Would you like to leave your money with me? Oh, it's you. I was told you were coming. Your friend set up a savings account in your name. Hefty sum of 500 drachmas. You've got some generous friends, let me tell you.
Well, it's one of those things where, the poor man gives his last 3 coins and the rich man gives 500 coins, but he's got more. What I'm saying is my dad is the Sultan of Shapeir. Kind of feel like he underpaid.
Have you invested in your future? This is the place to save.
I will be investing in my future. So what's your story? Do you have a name?
I'm Sam.
He's Sam.
Sam the Banker Man. I own and run this.
Is that a Sam the Record Man reference?
Would you like to make a deposit?
I guess he kind of looks like Sam the Record Man. I mean, only in the vague outlines of being an old man, bald. So yeah, you run a bank.
The first bank of Silmaria will keep your money safe and secure. Drachmas can get heavy when you carry too much of it.
Man.
And you make yourself a target for every cut purse around.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm saving up for the right of rulership.
The Right of Rulership Fund is set up for the competition to become King of Silmaria. You need to contribute 1,000 drachmas in order to enter the Right of Rulership. Usually people have friends and relatives help raise that much cash. We have one fund which gets contributions from all the guards in Silmaria. It takes a lot of money to enter the Right of Rulership, but it is a great honor to compete to become king.
And also, becoming the king would be good.
Your savings will be kept
Honor
in the
aside.
most secure safe in all of Silmaria. The safe is equipped with the latest in modern locks and has a complex strap guaranteed to fry the robber foolish enough to try it. Thanks to your good friends, you've already got 500
Sounds like that
drachmas
might
in
be
your
a
account.
fun optional challenge in the thief path of this quest. So yeah, you want to talk about friends in high places.
That lion guy said that he and Erasmus the wizard were
Rakish,
starting the savings
that
account
lion
for you.
guy.
They wanted you
He's
to
a lion
enter the
tour.
right of rulership. Man, you have strange taste in friends, but they sure make good ones.
What's wrong with my friends? Talking shit about my friends. Anyway, you like it here in Silmaria?
Silmaria is a great place to settle down and save a little for the future. Too many people forget how important a savings account can be, particularly adventurers. Adventurers think they can fight monsters forever. Next thing they know, they are begging in alleyways. A sad fate for a once respectable hero. So save today.
Hey, that might happen to
keep
those other
the
guys,
alleys
but
away,
I'm different.
I always say.
I will not fall victim to my own
I
hubris.
thought you looked familiar. Yeah, we met in Spielberg, where I was working the alley as a professional panhandler.
Oh, hey, right,
It wasn't
right.
long after you left Spielberg that the pass cleared, and the tourists flocked back to town. I made a small fortune and said bye-bye to those cold climes. Came to Silmaria and needed some place to stash my cash. So I started my own bank. Seemed appropriate after all. I'm still asking others for their money.
Nah, how about that? You said soon after I left the pass cleared? It was actually before I left, because I'm the one who saved the day. You could almost say that you owe everything to me. You want to make a donation? I don't think he does. All right,
Our
Sam.
banking hours are dawn to dusk daily. When you save here, you know your money is safe.
Ho ho, because it's in a safe? Suppose that's why they call it a safe. Yeah, let's meet the person at the magic shop. Woohoo! We got a handsome male kata, the mate of our new friend Sarah, I think her name was. Oh, something's afoot.
Greetings, Prince of Shapeir. My
Hey,
father
Shaka.
Rakish informed me of your arrival. I am
Oh.
Shakra Sultana, and this is the magic shop of Silmaria.
This is your father never told me he had a son. But I'm sure he's proud of you. How are you, Chakra?
Welcome to Silmaria and my magic shop.
Thank you. So magic. You ever heard of someone being real great at it and then one day they just completely
This
forget
is
how
a
it works?
land that is rich with magic. This island is rumored to have risen when Atlantis was destroyed eons ago.
That's what they tell me.
There are many magical items and weapons to be found here. Many merchants sell such items if they consider you to be trustworthy.
Are we going to have a real equipment economy for the first time in any Quest for Glory game? Where it's not just buy the one sword available to you, now you've done the most there. Buy the one piece of armor. Yeah, so you run a shop
I
here.
sense that you do not have the essence of magic within your soul, but I do sell some things that might interest you. For instance, every adventurer could use a mystic magnet to carry them to safety. I am certain you will find it useful.
Oh yeah, mystic magnet.
The mystic magnets are a pair. You set one in a place of safety, a bedroom for example. You have only to use the other magnet upon yourself to teleport instantly back to the room with the other magnet. As you can tell, this can save your life when you are in danger.
Fast travel. So yeah, Shaka, tell me about yourself, since your father never has, or your mother.
I am a wizard, the only male Liontar who has ever practiced the fine art of magic. I have made Silmaria my home for several years now. If you are but half the hero my father thinks you are, then I will be very happy to see you rule this island.
Rakesh said that about me.
It is good to see my father again. I summoned him when the king was assassinated. He has been aiding Logos, the High Counselor.
I was also very glad to see your father again. Well, hey, great talking to you, Shaka.
Good luck, and I hope you find.
And I will be
Silmaria
buying one of
as
those
wondrous
fancy
as
magnets
I do.
from you. Not today. Not right now. Trying to save up to enter the king contest. But give me time. Alright, I have to run to the washroom. I'll be right back. Hang tight, gang. And we're back. Okay. Hello, sir.
Welcome, welcome, stranger.
Marak, yeah.
I am Marak, and this is my stand of food. If you find yourself suffering from the pangs of hunger, or desire just a snack to brighten your day, you have come to the proper place. May I aid you in any way? Just let me know, for I am at your service.
Awesome, awesome. So,
I am well and
nice
fine,
to meet you.
thank you. It is a beautiful day, is it not?
It is, but I kind of get the sense there's a lot of those around here in Silmaria.
This city can be confusing to those new here. Silmaria has 4 plazas. This
Wish I'd
is
talked
the
to you
town
first.
center and the place of merchants. Above us is the plaza called Knob Hill. There are 2 paths that lead downward from this plaza. One will take you to the docks, the other to the westmost gates of the town.
That was I've asked so many people about Silmaria, Marek. And that's by far the most helpful answer. So here we are in the town
Here is where
center.
you may buy things of beauty of my life mate, enjoy the music of my daughter, or find things of use from Wolfie the artisan. You might also save your money at the bank, find things of mysterious power at the shop of magic, or items to improve your health at the apothecary's shop.
Man, you angling for a job in the Silmaria tourism department?
The bank is the fine building with the winged lion statues. The banker will be happy to take your money.
I know that too. I was hoping, since you seem to know more than everybody else here, you could tell me if there's what the interest situation is.
Do not be dismayed by the wizard Chakra. He is powerful and wise, and has a deep heart.
Why would I be dismayed by him?
The apothecary is run by a most interesting human and his life mate. They are both caring people and will aid you in any way they can.
I'm blanking on his name, but if it's the apothecary from Tarna, and he has married Julinar, the tree, and she's like in a potted plant or something, I'll be very happy if that's the case. So yeah, Knob Hill.
At Knob Hill, you will find the Hall of Kings, center of the leadership of the city. You will also find the arena, a place where combats are held for the recreation. Many of the wealthiest of Silmaria reside on Knob Hill. There is also a magical device of which I have no real knowledge.
Is that the spinning hat?
I suggest you go up to Knob Hill and look at the thing yourself. You are more likely to know more of it than I.
She'd be difficult to transport around. Yeah, I mean, I will go up and look around. I'm just asking. So yeah, how about the docks?
At his shop beside
nice
the
fish
docks,
smell down there?
you will meet the weaponer Pholus. There is also an inn and tavern there.
The blacksmith?
I have heard there is some sort of school located nearby, but I do not know for certain.
So the weaponer. I've never heard that
Pholus
particular
is a centaur
term.
weaponsmith.
Yeah, there
and
we
he
go.
makes a variety of weapons.
Centaur, cool.
He would be delighted to sell you something, I am certain.
Oh, surely. That's how shops work. And there's a tavern?
The Dead Parrot Inn attracts adventurers and travelers to relax within its walls. I have never ventured there myself, for those who stand guard remind me unpleasantly of why I left Razir.
Ah, yes. Oh, I've been to Razir. Yeah, if he's anything like the blacksmiths we've met before. How about this west
At the
gate?
west end of this city, you will find the Adventurers Guild and Gnome-Ann's Inn.
Yeah. Do they get stand-up comedy
Anne
performances
is a
there very
very
often?
amusing person, and I believe that her inn would be a good place to spend one's nights.
Yeah, she seems all right. She seems all right. Made me a little uncomfortable when we were first talking. Kind of felt a little objectified. Yeah, so you run a food stand.
I have foods of all types to delight the taste. From savory to sweet, I have something that is unique.
Really? Because just like looking here, all I see is fruit. How about this
The
island?
island of Merite is usually very popular this time of year. Unfortunately, the death of the king and the invasion have driven many away.
The roaming assassin probably doesn't help, huh? How are you doing,
I
man?
am Marak, a kata from the land of Razir, desert birthplace of my people. My family and I have journeyed afar to serve one and all with such pleasures that they might fancy.
Ooh, I hope he has baklava. Yeah, your
My
family.
mate and beloved is Sarah.
Yeah, I met
maker
Sarah.
of gifts who has a stand on the other side of the plaza. My darling daughter is a fine musician and shares her love of music with all who have ears.
I'm looking forward to hearing it. The music in this town has been great so far. You said you're offering pleasures.
My family and I sell joys for the ear and the taste and the eye.
Right, yes, of
My
course.
wares treat the mouth
Just the
to a
that-
variety of
that's-
sensory experiences
hoping for those
from
kinds of
this
pleasures.
region and beyond.
What can you tell me about katas?
We Kata are a desert people from the lands to the east.
Sure. I haven't
we
told
are
him about my
traders and
adventures,
merchants to the world.
Yeah, how was Rasir when you left?
Several years ago, my people were driven from our homeland and
Ah,
scattered
you
with
left
the winds
before it
by
got
a
really
most
bad.
evil man who usurped the throne of Rasir from its rightful emir. I have heard word that my homeland has been freed by a hero, and the land is now ruled by a wise and gracious woman.
People throw around
One day,
words
my
like that all the
family and I
time.
shall all return to the desert lands once more.
Yeah, cool. So that hero, pretty dashing?
It has been said that a mighty hero was brought to the desert lands by my people. He defeated the foul wizard
Tell my
that
friend
drove away
Uhura
the
that.
kata. The hero is said to be a most kind and brave man.
Kind, brave, dashing. And some woman?
The new ruler of Rasir is the daughter of the old emir. She proved herself to be resourceful and wise, and welcomes my people home.
I had a good feeling with
Zaisha.
I had a good feeling with Zaisha. When she let me dress up in her clothes. Kind, brave, noodle-armed. Anyway, so, yeah, you were saying a hero? I hate to toot my own horn, but...
So, you are a friend of my people? It is
Best
an
friend.
honor to meet such a hero.
Yeah.
You are already a part of kata stories and history.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. And just wait, because I'm only getting started. You take care, buddy.
It is a pleasure to meet you, and I hope that I may aid you in any way that I can.
Well, first, I am curious if you're selling baklava. He's got gyro, artichoke pizza, pepperoni pizza, sokolatakia. It's one of my virtues, PJ. Hey, Abra. It's not even close to time yet. Muse says hi, Abra. Abra had a very exciting day out on the shared patio space this morning because, among other things, it's easily the nicest day she's ever gone outside for since she only discovered the place in like November. And she saw some birds, she walked around in grass, and then across the street, there's a dude doing some roofing work on one of the buildings across the street. She was amazed that there's a guy just standing on top of a building. Oh, I have 700? Or is that because he gave me the 700 that is in my account? Probably. Okay. Well, I don't need to buy anything right now, but we've got good options. I'm not sure if this is vegan. You can look but don't touch. She is deeply involved with her music. Oh, come on, Hero. Don't seem so obviously bored. Yeah, there. Like you're thinking about it. There's something with that tune that just speaks to me. It's very familiar. Well, thank you, my dear, for that performance. All right, moment of truth. Julinar in a great big pot.
Oh, Julinar, look! It's that prince person who told me about you. I'll never forget it.
She's just a person.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you told me about Julinar back in Tarna. Whatever your name is.
Welcome
I
to
nailed
our apothecary.
Salim's voice when I was
I believe
reading
we
his
have met
lines.
before, although I was in quite another form at the time.
Yeah, no
Oh,
kidding.
that's right. Julinar was a tree when you last saw her, wasn't she?
She was a tree.
Well, it's good to see you again.
She was a tree, a shapely tree. So, yeah, Julinar. Hey,
It is a
How have you
great
been?
pleasure to see you. You have been most kind to me.
and most honorable. Yeah, right. Such a, like, the threads are well woven in this series. So yeah,
It
here
is
you
good
are.
to be human again. In the form of a tree, you can learn great wisdom, but it is the knowledge born of solitude. I now enjoy greatly the company of others. I am mastering the arts of healing both the body and the soul.
Nice. And so yeah, I see Salim found you in the
Salim
desert.
is a man of great kindness and heart. I am deeply happy with him.
Great kindness, great heart. And he always has a big stash on hand. You two have an apothecary
With
shop
Salim's
here.
knowledge of potions and pills and my healing abilities, we have much business here.
Yeah, that's an interesting... There's a story there. She's half Shapeirian and half whatever the Gloriana equivalent of like Thracia is. You like it here in
This
Silmaria?
land is so much more alive than the deserts I grew up in. It is so green and lush that it soothes the soul.
You said it, Julinar. Plants make people happy.
How about that? That's funny. So obviously, so Julinar must be... I'm blanking on her name. Or... Oh, Steve Bloom. Okay. So which one of them is...
If you
I'm
are
blanking
ever
on all the
injured,
characters' names
I will be
except
honored to heal
Ed.
you.
None of the characters are named Bebop, right? I know that. I know they're not called Bebop. Hi, Salim.
It's so good to see you again.
Yeah.
I really have to thank you for telling me about Julinar. She's everything I dreamed she would be.
Like a hot chick with red hair who's not a tree? Spike and Jet, thank you. Man, I have started and not finished Cowboy Bebop so many times. Because I always try to get someone to watch it with me. But I guess all the people I've tried to get to watch with me are really into like plot momentum. So like Danielle and I watched like 6 episodes. And she was like, yeah, like they're all fun, but like I'm not really getting a sense of what the story is or like what's going on here. I was like, it's just like, don't worry about the plot so much. It's like jazz, babe. She's like, yes, I understand that it's like jazz. They make that very clear.
I left Tarna and went all the way to Shapeir by boat. I followed your directions, and there I found Julinar, all alone in the desert, just like you told me. I guess even trees get lonely. So I camped out there and talked to her, gave her some hugs and some really good plant food I brewed. Her leaves really perked up with my kind words. Then I awoke one night and the tree was gone. There sat the girl of my dreams in her place. I was totally thrilled, even if I did kind of miss the tree. We've been together ever since.
You've never told her this miss the tree thing, right? You got a nice
We're
little
doing
shop
a good
here.
business here. The plants just love this place and grow really well. We like making
All
people
of
happy
the plants? Oh yeah, if they're making people happy, they're growing all the plants. You like it here in
This is
Silmaria?
such a wonderfully cosmic place to be. I'm really glad we came here.
You know, in this place, they actually invented the root word of cosmic.
Come back soon. You need to mellow out a little more. Put some flowers in your hair, that sort of thing.
Oh, that sort of thing? Wait, if the camera's here, I should do that one. So, what are your prices here? Pretty cheap. I should probably buy some potions.
Let's see, where is it? If I were a little bottle, where would I be?
I am afraid that you have sold the last bottle to that strong fighter who came here yesterday.
Oh, right. We ran out of Pegasus feathers the last time we were making it. Sorry, but we won't have any stamina pills until we get a few more Pegasus feathers.
Alright, if I see a Pegasus, I'll kill on sight. Merchant's offer? Yeah, I'm not gonna haggle. Give me 2.
Hey, thanks! This will really help me keep the shop going so I can make some more good pills and potions.
Yeah. Getting a bunch of messages incoming. I should see if any of them are Danielle telling me I need to do Something urgently? Something's going on or anything? No. Take a couple of healing pills.
Hey, thanks. This'll really...
What else do we have? Fireproofing potion? Vitality? Health? I'll worry about those later because they all seem more expensive. And I'm trying to save money. Alright, let's look around. This plant moss be from a fern away place. It's a celebrity rhododendron. You could call it Plant Hollywood. 2 stands bring several potted plants closer to the sunshine from the window. I don't get it. Plant hangs from a neatly tied macrame rope. An empty basket rests on the floor. This is the largest bunch of parsley you've ever seen. They say it grows taller on a fruit tree. Haven't you heard of parsley in a pear tree? Swing and a miss, Lorianne. Some coriander and some lemongrass. An aloe plant. Hello, aloe. At that point, Salim and Julinar politely request that I leave the shop. As soon as I'm gone, they burn the aloe plant so that doesn't happen again. Okay. We're seeing the sights. We got plenty of time left in the day. I got a fair little bit of time left here to play. So let's explore the other 2 zones of Silmaria. I think that if they had to go 3D for this, I think, given the time when it was made, yeah, bro, that they did pretty. This is pretty much as good as it could be. It's like it looks as good as I can imagine it looking. Hey, weaponsmith, how you doing?
Yeah. Welcome to sunny Silmaria. What do you want?
Oh, good. Another jerk blacksmith. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Bolus, weaponsmith and weapon seller. You need a good weapon, you go
maybe
see
he's
me.
he's gruff.
You
He's
got
not
a
actually
spare
like
weapon
rude
you
or
want to
mean.
get rid of?
So
I may decide to buy it. If it's about weapons, I'm the person you want to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's recognizably Quest for Glory.
You want to see my weapons?
Even if I'd love to
Show
see some
me you've
digitized
got the
paintings of
cash,
Silmaria.
and I'll show you my stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So,
there's a strong warrior in town who calls himself Magnum Opus. He knows how to use real weapons. There's also a big, ugly guy that hangs around with the scientists. I don't see that he's got any weapons, but I hate to mess with the size of those fists. Then there's a woman. I can't believe a woman thinks she can become king here. Kings are men, not dames.
but have you heard
She'll
of the
learn her lesson soon
idea
enough.
of queens?
If you play in the big leagues, you've got to be tough.
All right, fellas, we got a sexist here.
The rights of rulership are not for wimps. They prove who is the finest man suited to become the king. You've got to be tough to be the king of Silmaria. Brains and brawn. The best combination for the true warrior.
I mean, on the note of brains and brawn, you know, the former king knew there was an assassin coming for him. And he neither increased his guard nor really put up any fight when the assassin came. Anyway, you want to talk about who's a wimp and who isn't? I'm not.
You're a hero? Wouldn't know it to look at you. You'll have a chance
Take
to
a look at my
prove
record.
it around here. Just enter the rites of rulership, and we'll see who's a hero.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. Well, it was great to
Know where
meet you.
look if you're looking for weapons.
If you make a sword that's better than a paladin sword, that's very impressive, I guess. But I don't think you do. We got a barn? Oh, right, because he's a centaur. It's still... Why does he... Why does his home have to look like a barn just because he has horse legs? An abandoned home? Can I just break right in? Sure can. Oh, is this the Adventurers Guild? Oh, the books on the shelf are packed like sardines. Must be where to look if you're fishing for information. This bookshelf is a mess of papers and half-finished books that were started and never finished, or at least never published. This is a book about the mythology of Silmaria. A small oil lamp illuminates the top of the desk. Is someone sitting at the desk? The plaque under the schooner reads, "The Gypsy King, the Traveler King, and Captain P. Trow." Hold on, can I read this book? Ah, hello, an old man. Glancing through the book, you see many myths and legends of this land. The book looks fascinating, but you don't care. You're not a big reader. Ah, hello.
What? Oh, what are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
Guy's name is F.A. I'm not going to make any assumptions here.
Name? What's a name,
Ah,
boy?
famous adventurer.
I've been called a lot of things in my time. You can call me famous adventurer.
People have said that about me.
That's mostly what I'm known as now.
All right. Well, I guess we're both F.A. in here, buddy.
New in town, huh? I was going to write a travel book about Silmaria sometime. Maybe I did. Just can't remember. Anyway, go see for yourself. Only way to learn.
So this is an adventurer's school?
This is the famous Adventurers Correspondence School. You think this was the library of Silmaria?
No. I thought it was probably the famous Adventurers Correspondence School, so I was asking you about it. Anyway, if you are so up on heroism, you've surely heard of me.
You're a graduate of this school. I didn't think anyone ever read the crap I write.
It's an honor to meet you, Sensei.
Got some advice for you, kid. Don't grow old. It ain't worth it.
I'm trying, man. I didn't manage to avoid 39, but I'm optimistic that I will never turn 40. Wait. That's supposed to be a joke about aging, not a plan to die in the next year. Don't squid yourself. There's a lot more to see here, and you could learn something if you know where to hook. I guess I need to, if I'm ever going to get anything out of that, I need to know what I'm looking for. What about these fish? Well, you're sure that a fishbowl on your head would make you the life of the party. It would be singularly unhelpful for the fish. It's the only way I can think of to interact with the fishbowl. The wheel is secured to the wall. It must not be your turn. Can we read the board? Like in a traditional Adventurers Guild? Checking out the items on the board, you see an announcement for last year's E4 Expert Existential Explorers. I put an extra syllable in Explorers. Expert Existential Explorers Expedition. The convention had Professor Grant Gutfield's famous lecture on future field trips to Fricana and South Fricana safaris with Hank Milan. They should have invited me. I've been to Fricana. Saved the day there. Hello.
Γεια σας. Μιλάτε ελληνικά?
True. Keep your distance from the bush because you might get bushwhacked. Ho ho. What about this old dead tree? Is this a person? That'll be quite a climb. This really isn't the climb it for it. Okay. I assume this is our crummy inn? Yeah, it is. It's the Dead Parrot Inn. Let's save. Oh, I've worn my stamina down a bit by running around so much. What's that inn? The door is well constructed. The ornate carved wood reminds you of some of the doors you saw in Shapeir. The lock is a simple keyhole. There's no discernible trap. What do I hear? Nothing. Let's knock. No one responds. Everyone must have passed out or gone to bed. Was there someone in the window here? At first glance, the building looks like a fortress. Its windows heavily barred. Then you observe the quality and opulence of its construction befits a small palace. You suspect that someone with a lot of money built this atypical inn. Is this the door? Can I go in this door up here? Maybe this place only opens at night because it's such a seedy joint. Door is plain, very solid. Keyhole has a unique lock on it, one you've never seen before. You guess this takes a special guest key. Anyone stand? You can't take away from the hero that he knocks emphatically. Nobody who the hero has ever summoned to a door said, like, was that a knock? Somebody knocking at the door? Yeah. Definitely someone's knocking at the door. That much is unambiguous, sir. Run over here. To these dunes. The brisk sea wind, etc. Okay. Hopefully I can avoid drowning. I won't be surprised if I drown at some point, just by going for a swim and then getting got by the sea creatures. Is this a loop around to the other part of the town? Or is this a new place in town? No, I think this is... Okay, what's this place? The door... Ah! The Adventurers Guild. We found it. Oh, drown so I can find out what happens. Alright, I will drown myself at some point. Looking the logbook over, you realize it's relatively new. The figure was started when Doro took over as the Adventurer Guildmaster of Silmaria. Well, who signed it? The latest entry says, I, Elsa von Spielberg, have come to Silmaria to win the rights of rulership and become a ruler of this kingdom. One of the first people I ever saved, and now I'm going to have to kill her. You take the pen lying upon the table, dip it into the octopus ink. Affirmative, PJ. Sign your name and quest into the book. There's no puzzle points that I can see. No. But I definitely got some for doing that. Potion ingredients needed. Feathers. Yep. I heard about that. Oh, score tab in the inventory. Excellent. Rites open. Enter the rites of rulership. Become the king. It's a good job for the best man or woman. Go to the Hall of Kings. Help wanted. Lost basket. Small wicker basket. Last seen, beach southwest of Silmaria. Return to Sarah the bead merchant for a small reward. Wanted. Help. Regicide. I'm probably not going to solve the murder of the king fast enough to get that reward and use it to enter the rites of rulership, but that's an option. I'm not seeing it. Night is always darkest, just before the pawn. It's a numbskull. It's a dolphin-free tuna. It was caught on porpoise. It's tippy new and antlers too. There's a reference to an old 19th century campaign song, Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Hey, Toro!
Good see Hero Man. Good Hero Man here. Toro like Hero Man.
Hey, my
Good
man.
see Hero Man.
Yeah, like you were saying. How you doing, buddy?
Like Silmaria. Feel like home.
Like guild, important job. Miss Elsa, want Elsa be here more. Glad see you.
Well, maybe you could seduce her. Help me overcome her in the rites of rulership, so she doesn't leave you behind when she's too important, becomes queen. So, you're running this place.
Good place talk adventure. Good place make body strong. Good place learn things. Good place.
I agree. So,
Toro come here. Guild guy ask Toro if adventurer. Toro say yes. Guild guy say Toro, guild master. Guild guy go, Toro stay. Toro, guild master.
He's the right man at the right time for the job.
No like man Elsa with. Stay here in Silmaria. Elsa
yeah, so Elsa.
Elsa hero. Make brigands leave Spielberg. Fight brother all time.
I kind of
brother
mostly did
dumb, but brother boss.
That's
dumb
true.
Boss, bad boss. Elsa leave Spielberg. Elsa come here be boss. Elsa good boss.
She hasn't proven that yet, though. And who's this man she's
got
with?
Money. Man got big house. Man got big boat. Man got Elsa. No like man.
Oh, Toro. Pining for Elsa. Well, I'll put in a good word with you if I see her. She does like me on account of I saved her.
Hope see hero man later. You good man.
At least I hope she likes me. What if this man has her under some sort of spell? It wouldn't be the first time. Legend says only virgins can see unicorns. You pretend you can't see it. Yikes. For a moment, you thought you accidentally entered the Lawyers Guild. Oh, because it's a shark. Well played, PJ. Just for the halibut, you yell. He's hard of hearing. Hey, that's the way the cods fall. Calling all carps, beyond the fluke out. It was the best of times, it was the worst of rhymes. That's a tough way to make a buck. Hardest way to make an easy living. Just cranking out the puns. Okay. So we've almost explored the available territory of Silmaria now. Then, hopefully if we find this basket, if Sarah will just give me 300 drachmas for returning her basket to her, then we're cooking with gas. See if anyone's in the inn. You know, except for Anne. Nope. Alright, just popping by, Anne. Don't mind me. Okay. We've explored. Now let's explore even harder. Can we go down to the beach? Is that perhaps where this hill path I saw over here will lead? Hey, Abra. I hear you, sweetie. But it's not time yet. Also, Danielle is home. You could be bothering her. The hair on the nape of your neck stands up. And you have a sense of danger in this area. You believe there's a magical trap somewhere nearby. So, not only does it turn out that my danger sense is active, even though it doesn't appear on my spells list, but this is the first time ever that the danger sense has warned me about something that is not just obviously a thing that I can see with my own eyes. Can I drown myself? This water is too cold for skinny dipping. I'm fully dressed, though. Okay. We'll drown ourselves in time. We'll find a way. Is there a door hidden here? No, doesn't seem to be. Okay. Cool. I think I'm gonna have to go back up through the Knob Hill region to exit. Oh, run, hero. Hey, Wolfie. How's business? Hey, Sarah. I can't look you in the eye until I've returned your basket. Until I've saved the day. Oh, I hear you, sweetie. I hear you. It's ultimately a nice thing that even when Danielle is home, Abra insists on bothering me to get her lunch because she loves me. Because I'm her main guy. It would be convenient though if she, you know. Hey, Rakesh.
Greetings, my friend. I sense that your adventures in Mordavia have altered you. You seem more mature and wise, but there is some sorrow in your soul. The price for being a hero is sometimes costly.
Yeah, I
Take
did have to
some
trick an
time
old
to
man into
relax
dying in
and
the
enjoy
woods.
yourself in Silmaria. I do not believe there will be
An
any
old man
great
with dementia.
disasters until the rites of rulership begin. Once they do start, you will have need of all your skills to determine the truth behind what goes on here. That reminds me, you left a few things behind when you were summoned away from us in Tarna. I have brought Soulforge, the paladin sword that I gave you when you took oath as a paladin. However,
Soulforge?
I sense you have another paladin sword, the equal of Soulforge.
It's pretty good.
If you do not object, I will keep Soulforge. I may have need of it in Silmaria.
That feels like an important branch in the
I will return the sapphire
plot.
pin you always wore. I could sense the magic of friendship which it contains.
The magic of friendship. That's kind of corny, my friend, but touching nonetheless. So,
I am honored to see you again, my dear friend.
The honor's all mine. How you been?
I was summoned here by my son Shapeir, who has made this island his home. We are a long way from Tarna. My life mate Krisha will be pleased to learn that you are well, and now in Silmaria.
How are
Tarna's
things back in
enjoying
Tarna?
the peace you brought to our land. Your friends Yesufu and Yahari are married now.
Oh, yeah.
And Uhura's child grows
old
strong
friends.
and proud like his mother.
My wife
You
and
are
the guy who
missed
stole
there.
my wife. Well, they can't miss me that much. Glad to hear about Uhura's child. How's your wife?
Krisha has a new apprentice she is instructing in the magical arts, or she would have joined us here. She said there is a strong magic surrounding this island. I suggest you speak with Chakra about that.
Makes sense. So, how come you never told me you had a son?
Chakra has his own magic shop in the town square, and I am staying with him there. It has been a while since I had last seen him, and he has grown much.
Yeah, so, being a paladin.
There are too few paladins in this world, my friend. The path of selfless goodness is difficult to travel. Hold
It's
in
tough.
your heart the truths for which we stand.
But some of us are just born for
We
it.
bring peace where there is war. We must show mercy to our defeated enemies. We fight for justice rather than revenge. Let your sword be
Or to,
guided by your wisdom,
score some drachmas.
and your actions guided by your heart.
Yeah.
I believe that much of the
What do you
problems
know
in
about the
Silmaria
truth?
are masking a greater evil. Too many things have happened recently. The assassination, the invasion, sea folk declaring war. I am certain they are tied in some way. Silmaria needs a ring of truth to uncover the lies that hide here.
Well, that sounds like one easy way to do it. A ring of truth,
The
you
ring
say.
of truth is a magical device that only a paladin can make, or so I have been told. I have never made one myself. I know of it from the paladin who first gave me a sword and set me upon the path of righteousness. A ring of truth is made from the ring of a true king. It must be forged in the blood of a dragon and consecrated by the blood of a paladin. Lastly, it must be tempered by the waters of binding. When these things have been completed, then shall a ring of truth be made. When a lie is spoken in its presence, it will glow. By this, you can prove the guilt of one who would deceive you. I fear that Silmaria will need this ring to banish the falsehoods.
So first of all, having a Ring of Truth will be a fun mechanic in this game. And also, I love doing rituals, so making the Ring of Truth is fun. So yeah, there's this invasion.
The island of Merite has been invaded by an army of Hesperian mercenaries. Silmaria has no army, and while the city is well defended, the island was not. If you travel beyond the city gates, you may encounter those fierce warriors.
Boy, I sure hope they're holding at least 15, 20 drachmas each.
I arrived not long after King Justinian had been killed by the assassin. Judging from the evidence, the assassin has the skills of a thief, for he scaled several walls and avoided many guards. Chakra says that magic was used also, but he does not believe that the assassin is a spellcaster. The poison the assassin used is deadly. It is death to any who are touched by it, unless an antidote is given within seconds. Even then, the poison cannot be cured, and only the strongest will survive the coma it brings.
Sounds like a really crummy antidote.
For several months now, the ships of Silmaria have been under attack by the Tritons, the half-men, half-fish sea folk. Fishing and sea trade with other kingdoms have ceased. Merite has been virtually isolated from the outside world, except for magic.
So what's the deal with his logos?
The centaur and I have remained good friends over the years. He is
Did
a
not
wise
notice he was a centaur when I was talking
and
to
has
him.
guided 2 kings in Silmaria. He will soon guide a 3rd when the rites of rulership are over.
Yes, this last king.
King Justinian was a good ruler for this land. He ruled for almost 20 years, and Silmaria has flourished.
20 years. Kind of odd reading there. Yeah, these rites of rulership. Any tips?
The rites of rulership are a series of quests to prove the worth of those who would be king.
Yes, I know.
The quests vary, depending upon the needs of the kingdom. Logos and I will be determining what those rites shall be.
So what you're saying is you can put a paw on the scales here for your old pal James? Anyway, man, you want to talk about sadness. Some of the shit I saw in Mordavia.
It grieves me to learn of Irana's death, but at least her soul is free. She was a wizard with the soul of a paladin, and she brought kindness and joy to the world. It was good that you were there to give her peace.
In some of these dreams I was having, I was getting close to giving her more than just peace. Let me tell you. Anyway, good talk, buddy.
If you decide to pursue the truth, speak to Logos about the King's Ring. You should be able to get into the Hall of Kings by telling the guards that I sent you. Go with honor, my friend.
Gotta come way around. Hey, excuse me. Hey, buddy. Running right up until I'm running full tilt and stopping on a dime. Like inches from his face. Rakesh said I can come in.
Logos is expecting you. You may enter.
Thank you. Hey, Rakesh came.
We are honored to have another paladin in our city. Rakesh has spoken of your deeds in Tana and Shapeir. You have truly earned the title.
I have a sense of underlying danger in Silmaria. I believe that the aid of the Prince of Shapeir will be necessary here. I also have a premonition that we will have need for a Ring of Truth.
A Ring of Truth? I thought those existed only in folk tales.
They are rare, and only a paladin can make one. It requires 4 parts. The ring of a rightful ruler, forged in the blood of the earth, purified by the blood of a paladin,
blood of the earth,
and bathed in the waters of binding.
The ring seems impossible. Where does one find Earth's blood or water of binding?
Those answers are the essence of the quest. My friend, will you strive to create a Ring of Truth?
Yes. It sounds very...
Thank you for accepting this quest. It will be dangerous, I am certain. First, though, We will need a king's ring.
I do wear the ring from Justinian, the last king of Silmaria. It was not forged in the blood of the earth, though.
The ring can be reforged. Logos, I really believe that this will aid Silmaria.
Very well.
Give me the ring. Give me the ring.
I give you the ring of Justinian. You now bear the king's ring. I wish you luck with it.
You will need luck, my friend, and all the wisdom and valor that lies within you. Farewell.
You're escorted by the guards through the corridors of the Hall of Kings, and eventually led out of the gate. Thanks, dudes. All right, we got the king's ring. We're questing. Wasting daylight here. Want to go out and see if I can get a taste of combat. I already get the sense that, like, and I guess it makes sense if it's the culmination of the saga, that they really, at least you can tell a lot of there's clear paladin stuff that's important that would only be for the paladin. Thief stuff, likewise. Hopefully they addressed everybody's needs here. Oh, right, the spinning hat. The teleporter by which I arrived here. Is this also how I can leave? Examine the platform. Carefully studying this contraption, it was certain that magic was used to create this area. Even the pillars have a strangeness about them. Well, let's just kick it and see what happens. You hear the hum of magic. And I'm teleported to... Well, this isn't where I meant to go. Excuse me.
He that wishes to pass through me first must answer questions 3. What is your name?
I am James.
What is your quest?
I want to save Silmaria.
What is the meaning of life?
42.
You are correct. You may pass.
Never doubt that any kind of adventure game made by nerds of a certain age is going to use Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy references. So I think this must be I've just returned to Erasmus's place. These huge wooden doors have metal rings attached to their centers. Heavy chains run from the door rings to the large rings in the mouths of the 2 dragons which flank the doors. The doorknobs are made of gold. Hear a curious whistling noise, as if air were rushing around. Then again, it might just be the wind. Well, that's what air rushing around is. Let's knock. The doors magically begin to open. Okay, so there's just no gravity in Erasmus's place. That's fun. I don't think there's any reason for me to have come back here. Popcorn machine. Hey, friends.
Greetings, my friend. It is so nice to see you.
It's good to see you too, buddy. I have no idea why I've come here.
Since all the trouble started in Silmaria, people have been leaving like rats deserting a ship.
Hey, I resent that remark. It promotes negative stereotypes of my racial species. I'm a member of Rabid. Rodents Against Boring Idiosyncratic Discrimination. Our slogan is, rat is where it's at.
I don't know if it's discrimination to say that rats abandon sinking ships.
The rites of rulership are a series of
Yep,
quests.
series of quests. That's what they tell me.
King of Silmaria. Interesting custom, really.
He who quests with zest and bests the rest will own the throne for his home.
Can you get jokes?
Would you like to hear a joke? I'm always happy to tell one. What style is Baba Yaga's handwriting?
I didn't know she could write.
Of course she can. She uses cursive.
Oy vey. I'm happy to see they've gotten it together as
Leaving so soon?
Comedy team.
Farewell, my friend, and I hope you will enter the rite of rulership.
Gotta go, hero? Don't be late for your date with fate, mate.
Good work, Fenris. Saying rhymes. What is this? It's a mystic portal. Only the most skilled can construct one. You wonder if someday you'll know enough to cast one of your own. Perhaps. Well, maybe at some point we'll actually have to come back for some reason or another to Erasmus's place. Other than a slight dizziness at the height and the potential for falling, there's no danger right now. Thank you, Danger Sense. Even verifying for me when I'm not in danger. Alright, back to Silmaria. I might have to save my first wanderings out of town for day 3 at this rate. Well, I don't know. I got lots of stamina. If I can just find the way out of town. Is it over here? No. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's just a guard. Hello.
Abdim guard. Abdim no talk.
Oh, yeah? How are you?
Abdim guard Ferrari's house. No one get into Ferrari's house now.
That's fair. Got a nice house.
No thief ever get in house. House safe.
We'll see about this one day when I'm on my anti-hero run. Nice hat.
Fez. Pretty spiffy, eh?
It's a fine fez.
Bye-bye.
You have a good one, buddy. Oh, it's not even close, British. I think that given the era, if they had to make the game in 3D, they did as good of a job as they could have. But like even the EGA art in the first two, just that stuff ages better. That's just the way it is. I do like how they set the thing, like this area is a whole like circular area with the camera permanently in the middle, so you can wrap all the way around. Yeah, coming down the Dead Parrot Inn. What I'm mainly looking for is just a way out of town, but otherwise I'm also making my way back to the inn. Oh, there would be the way out of town. Shall I try? It's only 8. I have not looked into what the combat system is at all. So that'll be a fun learning experience. Thank you, guard. Can I drown myself? No. Well, I mean, I can, eventually. But I don't know how to get into the water to begin with. What is this? Strange towers and devices on this artificial island are definitely odd by anyone's standards. This must be the fabled Science Island. Well, I hope Dr. Cranium doesn't live there. Alright, this is not out of town, but this is a place to check out. I also don't see a basket. After time. It's 8:30. I assume there's another exit from the spot where the good inn is. Where the Gnome-Ann inn? Gnome-Ann's inn? What?
dead parrot is open.
Oh, I can go into this place. Right, of course. It opens at night. Let's find out what's going on. Huge man ignores you. Rock on, dude. You do you. Hey, buddy.
Συγγνώμη, δεν καταλαβαίνω.
Greetings, Signomi. Hey.
It is good to see you
Ugarte.
again. We parted the last time under most unfortunate circumstances. I was afraid I would not see you or anything else again. Fortunately, I got lucky.
How lucky?
I am doing rather well for myself here in Silmaria.
Oh, it's good.
There are many things which I know that others want to know as well.
Oh, yeah. You like it
Silmaria
here?
has her little secrets, and I make a point of finding them. This island is not the pretty little resort it seems to be. There are many dangers for the unwary here.
I have not found any dangers yet. What kind of secrets do you know?
You wish to know rumors? I make a living from selling rumors. However, since we are such old friends, I would be happy to share a little of my knowledge with you. There is talk that there will soon be an invasion of this island. Already, many people have left. I will be happy to provide letters of transit should you care to leave here too.
That's not a rumor. The invasion is happening. And
Farewell,
do you remember how
friend.
I'm a hero?
If you have any need of my services in the
I will
future,
not be leaving,
you
that's what
can
I'm
usually
saying.
find me here at the inn.
Cool.
You've made quite a name for yourself,
Hey,
haven't
Ferrari,
you?
how you doing?
It'll be interesting to see what you can do for Silmaria. Rumor has it that you could be her next king. I am the owner
All
of
the
this
rumors are
dead
true.
Parrot Inn. I'm a man of vast influence, and I'm certain we should get to know each other better.
Yeah, so,
It
Senor
is
Ferrari.
always a pleasure to meet old friends in new places, is it not?
I mean, I can tolerate it at least. How you been?
I was forced to leave Rasir not long after you did. When the Sultan of Shapeir took the city over, he did not approve of the way I did business.
Fair.
The Dead Parrot Inn
No hard
is an
feelings, though,
oasis
right? You know he's
in
my
this
dad.
dreary little kingdom. It is a place to relax, refresh yourself from your busy day. If you are skilled, you can earn some money at the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, the
if
Wheel
you
of
are
Fortune,
lucky,
you say?
you can make some real money betting on the combat held each night at the arena. If you are very, very skilled, you can make even more money by fighting in the arena and backing your winnings with a few well-placed bets. All in all, you will find plenty to amuse yourself here at the Dead Parrot.
How do you like
Silmaria reminds me of Rasir when Ardavis first took over. The warning signs are there that things will get worse here before they get better. How fortunate for Silmaria that you are here.
Although, if I become the king, I might have to kick you out. How's the guardy doing?
Ugarte has his uses. I am a businessman, and I've always had my sources for information. If you need to know something, I'm certain I can find out what you want to know. For a modest fee, of course.
Of course.
It is good to see you again. I'm quite certain that we'll be seeing more of one another in the future.
Seems quite possible. Probably nothing going on over there. Nope. Okay. Well, where's this Wheel of Fortune? I gotta save before I do any gambling in case it takes away my honor. Hello.
A right pleasure it is to be meeting you, mate.
What's your name,
I be
Orestes?
Orestes, a retired seaman, as it were.
Ah, yeah. You like it here in
This be a
Silmaria?
fine place to be, stranger. You'll like it here.
I do like it here. It seems nice. Heard any good rumors?
Rumors is it you want to be knowing? Well, matey, dead men tell no tales, nor do I.
Very nice. Well, good to
Be
meet you,
seeing you
Orestes.
around, I be sure.
Hello, Barwitch. Or no, not Barwitch. There's the Barwitch.
Kalimera, χαίρο πολύ.
Kalimera. Okay. Alright. So it is LUNCH time. So I gotta do some cat feeding. And then I'll be right back and we'll talk to this tough to interpret the polygons, of course, but buxom barmaid, I'm going to say. Alright, hang tight, gang. I'll be right back. And we're back. Cats have been fed. They're happy, I'm happy. Trying to got a weird thing going on in OBS here, but I think no. There it is. Okay. Got the chat all screwed up in OBS long ago. Okay, we're back. Is the barmaid buxom, or is she just really, really hitting the bench press? We're about to find out. Together. Excuse me, ma'am.
Well, Nawar, look who walked in. What can I do for you, tall, blonde, and handsome?
I know what I'd like to do for him.
My name is Budar.
Oh my.
If you see something you like, just let me know.
If you like what you see, let me know.
Okay. Hey, Budar.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to meet a man like you.
I prefer the pleasures that come after meeting the man.
Nawar may be a miss, but she doesn't miss much.
Oh. So, tell me about yourself. Would you describe yourself as buxom?
Nawar and I come from Rezir, where the desert sand is hot.
But that's not all that's hot.
That's the only thing that's hot.
I'll be happy to serve you a drink. What can I get for you?
Well, you got a nice inn here.
The Dead Parrot Inn is the place to visit if you'd like a little nip now and then.
I know I like to nip every once in a while.
Oh, you can gamble on combat or skill or on love, if you like.
I know which I'd like.
Yeah, we get it, Noir. You're feeling Randy. This Noir, she lays it on thick,
Just call her Melody. She's real sharp, knocks guys flat, and boy, does she know the score.
Ho ho ho. Well, I'm a great hero. Hero of the North, Prince of Shapeir, Paladin of Honor, Honorary Simbani.
Welcome to Silmaria, oh hider in harems. We didn't get a chance to get to know you last time we met.
I'd certainly like to get to know you better.
Oh, right, we did meet in Shapeir, right. Yeah. So you like it here in Silmaria?
This is not a bad place to be, once you get to know it.
There are better things to get to know here.
Noir, please. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Come on back and see me sometime.
Oh, I will, certainly.
Hello there, stranger. My name is Nawar, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can.
Yes, yep. You've been very clear about that. I'll be gambling here on your wheel in a moment once I've made a save to defend my honor. But let's talk.
I'm happy to greet you any day.
That's great. Well, we're going to find out if it truly does in a moment. When we look at my honor score following these conversations.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Speaking of pleasure.
Yeah. So, this inn, does it have soft beds?
The Dead Parrot is a good place to come when you want some company.
And you do the Wheel of Fortune?
This is the Wheel of Fortune. Just show me your money.
I was hoping you'd explain the game. You like it here in Silmaria?
Silmaria can be cold at night this time of year. You might need something to warm your bed. Or perhaps someone.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had some chemistry with this tree girl. Now she's married to my buddy Salim. My wife left me for my buddy, whose name escapes me at the moment. It's rough. I had a couple of ladies seem kind of into me last time I was in Mordavia. But one of them, I freed her soul, and the other one died, saving me. Jeez. Wolfie would definitely warm the bed.
So we have met before. I thought so. I'd never forget your face. Come back soon. I can't wait to see your, smile again.
Right. Not to put too fine a point on it, I was going to ask you about Bular here. We're holding steady on honor. So just chatting these ladies up does not itself take away my honor. Alright, let's try this Wheel of Fortune. Ferrari suggested that skill was involved, but this very much looks like it's going to be a wheel spin. General rules. Use the cursor to point where you want the dagger to stick. Press the left mouse button. While it's depressed, strength meter rises. Higher you allow the meter to go, stronger you throw the dagger. Release to throw. If you hit a ring, dagger will pin it, stopping its rotation. If your game difficulty is set to easy mode, the daggers will be automatically placed in my hand, but I guess it won't be. If it was on difficult, they would automatically throw my daggers when my strength filled up, so I wouldn't have the restraint to wait. The parrot judges who wins or loses. Don't hit the parrot. Catch a color. The catch a color game costs 10 drachmas. You can win 50. Throw your daggers at the wheel. If all 3 end up in the same color, you win. When you win a game, it gets harder to win next one. When you win 3 games, you get access to the next game. The parrot is the judge of the game, so don't hit the parrot. Okay. Let's try. Okay. 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 I don't necessarily think I'm going to be great at aiming. Alright. We'll learn the timing. Obviously, I have not won this time. Unless I can pull it out here.
Ha! You win! Now let me out of here!
So you do get 1 shot to do it over. Okay. It's a simple mini game, but it's alright. It's fun. I'll save the outside one is easier to actually hit. Aim for the middle one to find out what the... Okay, blue is the target color. So, at full strength, I will release when I first see a yellow. And then out here, right around there. Oh, not quite, but we aim for the stars, so if we fall, we land on a cloud.
You win! Now let me out of here!
Let's do it again. And fair play. Oh no. I have no idea what the target color is. Hopefully it's blue.
You win! Now let me out of here!
Oh. That didn't really seem to get any harder. But now, I can play 3 in a row. Hold on. I can probably infer how this plays. 50 to play, 500 on the board. Throw 3. If you line up all 3 wheel segments of the same color with the daggers in a row, you're the big winner. Yikes. Okay. Well, I just won 150 drachmas. Well, 120, I guess, since I had to pay up 30. So I can try this once and still come out ahead. This is hard, though. Okay. Start from the inside. Okay. So now I want yellow to be here. Then
you win! Now let me
Alright. Please do not have destroyed my honor score. It has not. Alright. All that spear throwing has paid off big. Don't put my luck score up. That was all skill. Alright. Let's talk to Budar a little more before we get going. Hey. No, there's nothing new to say. Hey, Budar. I buy a drink here?
What can I get for you, pretty boy?
I should not have Greek coffee this late. I suppose it's probably not honorable to be drinking. Sorry, nothing, my dear. I just wanted to please excuse me. I shouldn't say anything more. Ooh, that's a nice little gradual dolly in on the hero as he walks to the door. That moment, probably on its own, significantly better than anything we're going to experience in Mask of Eternity as far as camera movements are concerned. Honey Bones be taking the stage. What time is it? Oh yeah. We can still have a comedy show going on in here. Nope. Nobody. Hey, Anne.
What's the word, lovebird? Shall we wing it before we take a turn for the worst? This chick's crowing bold. So when do we flock together? I'd love to cock-a-doodle-do it with you.
Holy shit, man. Never mind. The literal prostitutes in the bar were coming on less strong than that. It's a lusty place. Oh, then again, that could just be Gloriana generally if we think about how much lusting after me was done in Mordavia. Yeah, like Anne she's working in some wordplay, but none of it is like a bank shot wordplay. It's all just alliteration and stuff while she just repeatedly propositions me. I'm your only customer. Like, is this how you want to shoot this shot? Let's jump on the bed. This is a firm bed. Didn't really seem like the hero was getting much out of it that he wouldn't have gotten from just jumping on the floor. Better, easier on the knees. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Make the bed. Oh, it would be. It didn't. Because I don't think I even have the jump skill. If there is a jump skill. But that might have been why my... Yeah, I think my, strength must have gone up from that. Because I had already looked at my stats after I did all the dagger throwing. So the jumping on the bed is a functional workout. Hey, Anne.
How's your day, Jose? We could make a great couple.
Anne.
You've got beauty, brains, and brawn. And I've got, well, a good sense of humor. Hey, it could work.
You seem like a very nice gnome. I don't know that the height, it's a little weird for me. But you shouldn't sell yourself. You seem cute enough. She's got chubby chickmunk cheeks, And in keeping with the theme of the town, she is definitely busty. She's bosoms forward in that outfit.
We're having goulash. You don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
Oh dear. It's true. It's true, but I'll say no more. All right, thank you, Anne. That was delicious. Can't tell Anne that my heart belongs to Buddha here. Oh wait, is this my way out into the dangerous world? Well, let's get a second save going anyway. Lookout guard, who's doing a great job looking out. You can't even see him. He can see you, you can't see him. Target that I can practice on, like I need target practice here. And then an overworld map. Well, let's stick to the road for now. Wow. The hero here is still moving more fluidly than Connor will. Ah, sword. Aha, here we go. Hey, don't stab me in the back, dude. This is... Okay. Friends will cry and maidens weep. Your hero's in the grave, asleep. You may yell and you may roar, but better if you click restore. The moral's plain, the old refrain. Frequently, just save the game. Alright. I am getting the feeling here that this guy stabs me to death. Before I fight again, this would be a good time to turn to the manual. I've been doing fine without the manual to click around and talk to folks. But there are controls here. I should learn what they are. Okay. Scrolling on through. Inventory, equipment, very good. Hand-eye icon, belt field. Yeah, all this stuff is great. You surely do have a section. Oh ho! Combat can be controlled. Yep. I did notice that they were blocking me and that I would probably benefit from also being able to. Okay. So, all right, I can use my numpad. I like that. Left turn, right turn, backward, forward, step right, step left. Attack 1, attack 2, defend. Okay. Combat. Cursor combat. If you're equipped with a weapon, clicking do upon a monster will cause you to attack. Be forewarned, if you're not equipped with a weapon, it's bare hand attack. If you have a 3-button mouse, the middle button will defend. Oh, that's good. But hold on. I think I have the armor equipped, but yes, you're right, I ought to check. Okay, so there's all these keys for combat, but thus far the manual does not contain a explanation of key combat. The explanation is all about clicking. Oh, and then it's a walkthrough. Didn't see any of that. All right. Well, Let's try. Whoa. To the menu quickly. Wrong one. Oh, here's the score tab. I did a terrible job of finding that before. 45 puzzle points already. Delicious. What are my deeds? Ah, yes. Okay. No, equip the sword, you fool. Okay. I need to restore, not just... Okay. Oh, but this is not the restore one. I have my armor. I even have the magic shield, it seems. I've got the king's ring. Alright. Dead. Let's load. Okay. Get the feel for the key controls right now. Sidestepping, turning, backward, forward, attack 1, attack 2. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and wield my sword before I even enter the next screen. Oh, right. Oh, dear. That didn't go well. Oh dear. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna have more luck with cursor combat. Uh-oh. You don't do attack 2 by right-clicking. Toggle your cursor. Ah! I was trying to take those healing pills, not bribe the guy with them. Okay. Just get right to work. Classic Quest for Glory strategy. Stab, 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 stab. Oh no, don't split your focus, man. Alright, kill this guy. Turn, kill this guy. Okay, we've done it. Can I unwield my sword? Or am I just a scary guy now? 35. 5 stamina pills. Holy smokes. You'd be a fool to buy stamina pills. Got a spearhead. Is this a small basket? Nope. It's a beehive from which I've secured wax. Cool. Well, I've survived. Let's save. The words at the bottom of this pillar read, "This is the second of the pillars that bind the Dragon of Doom." Slater! Hello! We're playing Quest for Glory 5, Dragon Fire. Which is pretty good so far. Like, it looks worse than all of the other Quest for Glory games, but when you consider the time it was made and the fact that it was made in 3D, I think they did as good as they could have. And yes, here's a great time to heal up. I will definitely be obtaining more healing pills. We'll be going out into the field with more than just 2. Now that we know that combat is a chaotic affair. Where you can be swarmed by multiple enemies. You can take turns stabbing you in the back and stuff. Okay. Running with a sword, not necessarily wise, but here I go. Yeah, alright. There's the dragon pillar standing tall. Is this exiting the map or going deeper in? It's exiting. Cool. Looks like a pretty big island. What's the time? Late morning? Let's head for the next place. How are you, Slater? What's this? This looks like a place where I shouldn't be waving a sword around. But I don't know how to put my sword away. Perhaps I should go back to the manual for a moment before I accidentally kill an NPC. Equipment. Oh, well, I'm glad that we're after the surgery and there's no disastrous news to report. I'm doing great. I've had a very nice weekend. The worst thing that happened to me had nothing to do with having to get a surgery or stay in the hospital. I was not able to actually get King's Quest 8 Mask of Eternity to launch yesterday. So that was a little frustrating. But then what I did instead was I played a game I like more. Adventures of Lola 3. And I finally beat it after many, many years. Having played that game. Okay. Okay, here's keys. Ding, ding, ding. Sheath weapon? Not seeing it. Okay. For now, let's proceed on the assumption that it's okay to walk around with a sword in your hand in Silmaria. We're down near the beach, but not a southwest beach. So this is probably not where we're going to find Sarah's basket. Towers rigged with hooks and pulleys for hanging the big ones that didn't get away. This torn, faded awning droops listlessly over the panelless window. This door was made from old warped boards, set in the frame at an odd angle. Apparently this building is a temporary structure. What about this building? Can we knock on the door? Is anybody home? Oh, we're going right in. Sword in hand. This table has been set for a supper that was never served. Someone went to a great deal of effort to neatly stack this wood for burning. Household activities once centered around this hearth, where once was laughter, warmth, and soup, are now silence, cold ashes, and no soup. Anything we can take off the bookshelf? Might not even be a bookshelf. Anything we can take off the table? I don't know that I necessarily should be robbing someone's house. But what if we need some firewood later to save Silmaria? Nothing. Okay. Running down the stairs with a sword in hand. That's an expert level maneuver. Oh, right. The fishermen's homes are all abandoned on account of the attacks of the Merfolk. Of the Tritons. That's fair. I mean, it's not fair to the fishermen. I mean, it's fair that they're not home to help me with my quest. That sounds like what you would actually have to do. But I'll have to learn how to drop items to do that anyway. I'll read the manual for next week. Any stuff here that we want? No. Gotta find Sarah's actual basket. Can't just steal an old fisherman's basket. Pass it off as hers. Not that that would be the honorable thing to do. Have I lost honor for breaking into these homes? No. Maybe I can drown myself here. Nothing? Alright. Okay, they weren't kidding. The fishermen have abandoned their homes. Now before we see if I can drown myself to find out what the game over message is, let's save. Might have to be seafaring to drown. But alright. So we're back to a sort of a more straightforward version. Oh, good. I can actually just control this with the keys. A more straightforward version of the Quest for Glory 3 map? Are they back to being haunted? Hey, our mom! How's it going? I failed to get King's Quest working yesterday. Or actually, I got it working after the stream. Oh no. Well. Oh, damn it. Okay. These Roman invaders are not as good as the boar men fighting. Although, this guy actually got his sword out. Uh-oh. Ha! That was close. Have the rest of my healing pills. And rob these dudes. I don't need this junk. But I take it automatically, I guess. Money. Shields. Can I equip one of those shields and then actually have a shield in combat? I don't think so. Alright. We're in a more RPG-esque economy. It's not just about collecting the money from your fallen foes, but about taking all their stuff and selling it. This seemed to be a random encounter on the map, so I'm thinking this is just going to be a simple, closed area that I can exit from both sides. Yep. Okay. Well, loud and clear message. Get home quickly before you are killed. I'm already thinking of this place as my home. It made me feel so welcome. Alright, so I'm getting around wind down time here. I think... That's a really good question. I think they're pre-rendered? Because... We're not getting different perspectives on them as the camera rotates. So the camera is actually really well done in that regard. All right, it's nighttime. We did a good day's killing. I think I'll get an evening meal.
Hi, Guy. When are you coming over to my place? Oh, I forgot. This is my place.
Salacious Anne of the Gnomes. Gnome-Ann's Inn. Gnome-Ann's Inn. Yeah, very good. Very good stuff. Okay. She'll bring me some food.
We're having goulash. You don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
I mean, maybe it's for the best, because I enjoyed this. It was good goulash last night, I thought. Or this morning for breakfast. Like 2 meals of goulash in one day, a little rough, but... Okay. What time is it? It's only 7:30. I shouldn't actually go to bed yet. But the bank is closed. Yeah, we have some buxom barmaids in this town of Silmaria. Anne's got the same thing going on that I was envisioning back in Pool of Radiance when I named my dwarven fighter thief Badonka. Mainly going back to the inn just to kill some time so I don't feel too dorky when I go to sleep. I don't think I have anything new to do here. Hey, Budar. How you doing?
It's not the size of the sheath, but the skill with the sword that counts.
I didn't see PJ, but I bet he did. Ooh. Do I lose honor for flirting? Nope. Great. Okay. Just making sure that this game isn't sex negative. Let's see. Will he do it? Turn my back so he doesn't feel embarrassed. But it's got a lean back going on. Pretty good animations. Scratch that booty abdom. Yep. Alright. Your secret's safe with me, buddy. I'm not gonna shake your hand when I leave. Alright. Get a good night's sleep. I'm coming close to wrap-up time here. But what better time to wrap up than immediately after I have paid to enter the Rites of Rulership. That's true. Neither celibacy nor the slightest hint of modesty. Hey, Anne. Oh, wait. I don't have to talk to you to go up to my room. So I'm just gonna, you know, say I've had enough sexual harassment for the day. Alright. Hopefully my guy will at least reset to not wielding a sword when he sleeps. I do like the way he holds the sword. Are we getting a dream or something? No, that's just my sword glowing in the night. Okay. No, literally, I guess dropping the sword on the ground and picking it up is the only way to ever not be wielding it again. Nice touch that it glows through the night. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Ann.
What's cooking, good looking?
You tell me, Ann. This is your inn. I'm a guest here. I'm surprised Ann doesn't make a point of doing a 360
Today, we are
carefully
having
around
macaroni
the
and
table.
cheese. Plain old macaroni and cheese.
Make sure
I
I'm
gave
getting
the
the whole
cooks
view.
the day off.
Might be good. Might actually be good. Or I've just been here too long. But why would that be a thing? I thought the first dish she served me was strange. I liked the goulash. And then she just serves like a regular mac and cheese and I like it. Hey, Wolfie. How you doing, buddy?
Namaste. And may you be having a pleasant day.
I am, my friend. Anything new to talk about? Nope. So, what do you got for sale? Balloon painting for 100 drachmas? Wait a minute. I don't have all the drachmas I need unless I do have some in the bank, which I'm not sure about. So I better go and find it. Otherwise, I should have done more gambling.
Συγγνώμη, δεν καταλαβαίνω.
Hey, signomi, my man. You're not gonna tell me twice.
They still haven't got the guy that took our money. We may never get our cash back.
What? You got robbed? Also, what's this on the floor? Okay. Make a transaction. No, okay. I don't have 1,000 drachmas yet. But I've got some junk to sell. Also, what's this? Hello now. Interesting toolkit. Looks like thieves' tools. In fact, neatly organized lockpicks and tools. I won't be using this, too honorable. But I also won't be seeking out the original owner and trying to return it. I'll just hang on to it. Alright. Well. Yeah. Yeah. What on earth kind of business sense? And hello, David. What kind of business sense is it that you're here telling me I come in and you're like, ha, everyone's savings have been stolen. We don't have any leads. Now, please, deposit your cash with us, sir. Hey, my sexist centaur friend. Want to buy some junk? Because I got junk.
Nice dealing with you.
Not yet, but wait till I'm the king. And we get 40 drachmas for this shield. And I have 3 of them. Perfect.
Nice dealing with you.
And I guess I don't need these spearheads. Just taking up room.
Dealing with you.
You say it's nice. Your words say one thing and your tone says another, my man. Glad you came. Pleasure doing business with you. All right. The culmination of phase 1 of our quest. Yeah, this is definitely all pre-rendered. But it's well done. Like they're rotating a camera over a pre-rendered scene and not like totally ruining the idea that it's a continuous place.
Hi, how is it going? Make some more money to save?
Yeah, you got to be real careful in Fallout. That is not a game that minds revealing, like, okay, 35 hours into your playthrough, this is unwinnable now. I never played I've played Might and Magic's 1 through 4, and not really very much of 2. So I have not yet seen the ones that come after the second engine for the 3 through 5 games. Someday, in the fullness of time. Alright. I'm entering the King's Right.
Congratulations! You're fully vested in the right of rulership. Make your way to the Hall of Kings, and I'm sure they will set up the ceremony soon.
I like the engine for 3 and then I guess 4 or 5. And I've played the most of 3. The ones I've played the most are 1 and 3. I think I like the older engine a bit better overall. One thing is that since they got a much more like graphically splendid engine, and so they could show the enemies in the field and have the combat happen right in the screen and everything like that, but they otherwise kept to the like map size of the base games. But when you add that level of graphical detail, it just becomes ludicrous how small the entire world is. Hello, my friend. I'm here for the...
You may enter the Hall of Kings now.
Sees the weapon drawn. Prepares to defend himself. Have I harmed my honor now? I guess I'll find out after.
The King of Silmaria is dead, and the kingdom mourns his loss. We are gathered here to determine the future of this land through rites of ancient ritual and tradition. By the rites of rulership, heroes will prove their worth. By the rites of rulership, Silmaria will arise from the ashes of mourning, like the phoenix rises to the sun.
Speaking animations are
By the
appalling.
rites of rulership, a new king will ascend to the throne of this land. Who here is worthy to compete in the rites of rulership?
Oh, hey, it's Elsa.
God, a shining example of the triumph of science over superstition, is more than worthy to lead Silmaria to a rational, logical future.
Gort has been named as a contender. Who else is worthy to compete in the rites of rulership?
Elsa von Spielberg has proven herself to be a leader and a hero in the lands to the north. She is quite capable of becoming the first woman king of Silmaria as well.
So this Minos is the guy Toro does not like.
I am proud to sponsor her.
Elsa von Spielberg has been named as a contender.
Doesn't even let her speak
Who
for
else
herself.
is worthy to compete in the rites of rulership?
I, magnum opus of the homeland of Romulus and Remus, leader of armies, peerless in the weapons of war, fierce, fearless and fearsome in battle, shall win the rights of rulership and become king of this kingdom.
Magnum Opus has been named as a contender.
I suppose I'm going to
Who
save
else
myself
is
for
worthy
last.
to compete in the rites of rulership?
I am Kokino Pukamiso. I have been a guard in the protection of Silmaria for years. I am one of the people of this land, and I am proud to aid my kingdom and my homeland.
Kokino Pukamiso has been named as a contender. Who else is worthy to compete in the rites of rulership?
The Prince of Shapeir,
Oh, thank you,
hero
British.
of Tarna and Mordavia,
I'm not sure
is
if it was a Star
worthy
Trek
to
reference,
compete
British.
in the rites to become king of this land.
The Prince of Shapeir has been named as a contender. By the ancient traditions of this land, 5 heroes shall compete in this challenge. 5 heroes shall make this land stronger. 1 hero shall rise to the throne of Silmaria. The rites of
It's
rulership
definitely that,
shall begin.
but
The
I know
first
there
right
is a
is the right of freedom.
Star Trek thing.
The fishing villages of our kingdom and the island of Marit
And
have
you
been
can never
invaded
say
by
for sure, even when we have a
mercenaries. Eos, Keros, Paros, Kinos, and
Greco-Romanesque
Naxos
setting.
have been overwhelmed. The invaders need to be driven from this land.
I shall free Paros, for it is the village in which I was born.
God shall choose Keros, for it is closest to the Academy of Science.
Elsa shall choose Eos, for it is closest to my island.
Thank you, Minos, for making my choice for me.
Forgive me, Elsa, but I only wish to assure your success. Eos is still the best choice.
It matters not which village I shall release from the yoke
Minos
of oppression.
not good news.
But Tinos shall be avenged by magnum opus.
By process of elimination, you realize you get to free the village of Naxos. Cool. Check out their classical music library while I'm there.
5 shall go forth from the gates of Silmaria. 5 shall bring freedom to the fishing villages, and return to the gates of the Hall of Kings with the sigils of those villages. 5 shall begin the rite of rulership. The first person who returns with the sigil of their freed village shall be deemed the winner. Let the rite of freedom begin.
You are escorted by guards through the corridors of the Hall of Kings and eventually led out of the gate. No, you don't have to defend yourselves, boys. Okay. Last act for the day. Let me find this. How do I drop my weapon? How do I put my weapon away? Da-da-da. Inventory items. Okay. I am not finding... Oh, whatever. I will drop my weapon so that I'm not scaring the guards next time. One more attempt. One more attempt to find a key command for this. Nope. Okay. Later then. But I didn't actually... Well, check my honor. Am I losing honor for scaring the guards? No. So we're okay. All right. That's a solid first session, I think. We have got to know the people of Silmaria, the extraordinarily horny people of Silmaria. We have made some new friends, met some old friends, killed some dudes, both human and anthropomorphic beast man alike. We have entered the rites of rulership. We have a quest to free the fishing village of Naxos. All the fishing villages are abandoned. The people are not captive there under occupation, or else I would think it was kind of crass to turn their liberation into a racing game for all of us. But I think it's okay the way they're doing it, because they are abandoned. So we'll head out there. I also realized, like, I've spent most of my money to buy the rights of rulership, and then I was like, oh, well, if I only have 62 drachmas, like, how much healing am I really going to be able to buy? But here's the thing. I scored 8 things of stamina pills, my speed, off of boarmen that I killed. And as a paladin, I can expend my stamina to cast my paladin heal spell. So that will be my healing method during the quest to free the village of Naxos. We can tell that Elsa is embroiled in a thing where this guy is kind of some sort of Svengali. But since he seemed to pick up a note of sarcasm or irony when she said, you know, thank you for choosing for me. Hopefully what that means... Actually, I don't know about hopefully. But that could mean that she's not under his compulsion. So maybe she's suspicious of him. Which would be the hopefully. That she's just down with this obviously bad dude is the opposite of hopefully. I hope that doesn't happen. Elsa's one of the first people I ever saved in my hero career. So it'd be a shame to see her go bad. Even though, either way, I must defeat her to become the king. All right. Okay. Good first session. Positive first impressions here. The combat, pretty clunky, but in fairness, you could say that about all of the games in this series. I think that it's also the ugliest combat because it doesn't go to a separate screen that looks cool, but it's not obtrusive. And so good enough. Good enough. Otherwise, I like that this is largely familiar as Quest for Glory, even as it looks a lot worse than the other games did. I think that they're doing a decent job with the pre-rendered backdrops. Like, Silmaria looks like a nice place, even if I wish I was looking at digitized paintings of it in SVGA. Dialogue's good, characters are good. I'm into this. So, great. We'll carry on. That's exciting. I can hear Danielle calling me. Let me just tell her that I'm wrapping up. Hang tight, 1 second. She just wanted to know when I was wrapping up. I said, babe, I'm trying to wrap up. I'd be all wrapped up if you hadn't interrupted me. Jeez. All right. So, cool. Feeling good so far. I am optimistic. Okay, so I got King's Quest Mask of Eternity working yesterday, as I mentioned. And then this morning, when I realized, oh, I got to get this into windowed mode. Yes, we will, British. Because we're hanging out together tonight with no big plans. So I will reconvene with her and I will get back to you tomorrow. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I got Quest for Glory 5 working in windowed mode, fortunately, this morning. And then I thought, well, let me apply that same technique to King's Quest. Make sure, because I'm going to need that in windowed mode. And when I went to set it up, the executable file for the game had just deleted itself. So I can tell that King's Quest Mask of Eternity is going to make me work for it. And probably not reward me all that much for my hard work. But what are you going to do? We have responsibilities. We can't play King's Quest 1 through 7 and then just stop. I mean, I suppose we could. But we're not going to. So, I will do my best to get that working next weekend so we can have the proper themed weekend of watching the end of Sierra in the late 90s. But, hey, so far, this is not such a bad last hurrah for Quest for Glory 5. We'll see where it goes from here. So check it out. On Tuesday, if Greg is well, which usually he is, but we always got to add that caveat, he'll get down here. And we'll be heading into episode 51 of Greg and James Beat 'em Up, playing the final 2 arcade games, arcade beat 'em ups of the 1980s that are on our list. A game called Dynamite Ducks, a Sega game about cartoon ducks that hopefully doesn't have any racial caricatures in it. Sega has let us down a bit in that regard before, although they were working with a different partner, Sunsoft, I think, at that time. We'll see. And a game called Gang Wars, which sounds very generic. But that's appropriate for closing off the 80s in the arcade with the beat 'em up. So that's another... We couldn't get either of those games working last week, but I've got them working now. I'm on a roll, so I'm optimistic about getting King Quest Mask of Eternity fully functional for Saturday. On Friday Night Frosthaven, possibly with the Dream Street re-debut of my love Danielle as our next player in the rotating player 2 spot. She's going to be playing the Valrith Deathwalker, which sounds like a pretty cool character from what we've seen of it. Looking at it, Greg's working on painting the figurine, so I'm excited to share his fine work and to play more Frosthaven. We're on track to just, it's only going to take us a few more years we can finish up this campaign. Next weekend, if all goes according to plan, King's Quest Mask of Eternity on Saturday. I've only seen a glimpse of the first screen in the game, but it's not as pretty as this at all. And this is not very pretty. And then, before you know it, it'll be Sunday again. And we'll be here in Silmaria Saving Nactos. Ah, Juffawet, you missed it. But it shall be. It's been a lot of fun so far with Quest for Glory 5. We're enjoying it. So I don't know what the start time is going to be next weekend because Danielle has a thing going on that I think I have to go to in the afternoon. So probably an early morning thing. But I'll put that on the schedule as soon as I know. And I'll announce it in the Discord and everything. And next weekend, we'll carry on with more late 90s Sierra. It's where we've been, and that's where we're going. So hey, you stuck around to the end. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, well, you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time that we're under those Silmarian skies together, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.